nice and sheltered with mama's pretty stories and your own made-up fury. gave me a magic clicker. Yes, I think it's true and fair to say. Come on in and listen. Lost words you've been missing. The fire and you're bearing. The eye of darkness you're lying. So you were drawn to stories early on. My dreams would light up my imagination. And you had nightmares night and day. Yeah, but with the clicker I chased those frights away. So true. So here is a clue. Hope to remember. Visions, they come true. Obeying my light switch too. Show me the champion of light. I'll show you the herald of darkness. Lost in a never-ending night. Diving deep to the surface. And all your stories of crime and chilling thrillers of hard-boiled killers became bestsellers. And the award goes to Alan Wood. It was all too much. I had to get away. The stories, the end, all a piece of true fiction, made meaningless in the face of creation. But there is more to it than meets the eye. I never meant for it to ruin my life that way. Would you say you lived a jaded life? Dark shadows could never save the day. My truth, fighting the nightmares, torch and a light switch, a gift or a curse, a reality made of dreams. Show me the champion of light. I'll show you the herald of darkness. Lost in a never-ending night. Diving deep to the surface.
Disturbing the peace, look into my eyes. Now tell me the things you loving about behind my back. Emptiness and deep, I hold this heart to break down. It's late for apology, it's going
You're thirsty for blood, as you crave it. For love, what you want is the greed makes you go numb. Purpose, moving, blocking, good no take. Please not with doctors, about to be that patient, cause I'm about to knock him out cold. Bring it back, please. All that moves I make you on your like dance floor, enjoying this beat down. You probably wish that you could fast forward. Don't you worry about it, say some ruthless last words. After do this, do that, and the third.
disturbing the peace, look into my eyes. Now tell me the things you step back out. New perspective gain from all the pain and stress. And when I do come back, I'm stronger than ever before. So kneel down this burning of beach. Look into my eyes. Now tell me the things you love me about behind my back. Living easily, my heart is hard to break down. It's to let go. I wonder if this is going
We move through time and space, never giving up the chase. A relentless force that's always moving towards you. We don't care about the odds. We laugh in the face of gods. We don't back down. We stand our ground. We stay true. Yeah, we see your faces in our dreams. We hear the sound of a million screams. Close your eyes and say your prayers. Open your eyes and we'll be there. We're here ready to fight. We're gonna light up the night. Gonna give you all you can take. We're gonna make your whole world shake. We're here ready to roll. We're just about to lose control. Coming at you with all we got. We're ready, so take your best shot. We don't hide from our fears. For the fallen, we shed no tears. We take the pain, use it to make us stronger. Oh, can you see each and every scar? They're all part of who we are. They never fade. Every day they grow longer. We see your faces in our dreams. We hear the sound of a million screams. Close your eyes and say your prayers. shot. We're here, ready to fight. We're gonna light up the night. Gonna give you all you can take. We're gonna make your whole world shake. We're here, ready to roll. We're just about to lose control. Coming at you with all we got. We're ready, so take your best shot.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Hello, Silent Joker, Benjamin Locken, Power Boss, Fire Slash 123, Vanguard Denies, Golden Apple, Spectre 799, CB94. How are y'all doing? Yo, shout out to Vanguard Denies for being a member of the Crustacean Nation for 9 months, my man. Hell yeah. Yo. Minxie, hello. Jacob, what's up? Salt is back, baby. Ha ha! Salt is back and my sanity's gonna take a fucking nosedive from here on out. Oh fucking boy. Oh man. Yo. Do I have some videos for y'all? So, we have a total of 5. We have good old MGB. Harmon Smith, of course, you can tell by the title, right? Dreamcast guy as always. Jimmy Neutron himself. And what we're gonna start with, we're gonna do a little, we're gonna go back a little bit because hey, today in the this past week, Starfield's big update. Man, isn't that crazy? Has a lot of good things in there, right? Ship interior decoration, fucking city maps. Most importantly, never bet against the crab. The entire time when I played Starfield back when it released, the entire time all I could think was there is no reason this game can't run at 60 on the Series X. There is no fucking reason. Everything is too fragmented. There's way too much shit the game has to constantly load in and out of for it to justify being 30 FPS. And here we are, 8 months later. Hey guys, what's coming on the 15th? What's coming on the 15th? Oh, that's right. They're finally adding it. Huh? Isn't that crazy? I got so much crap from Xbox fanboys when I said Starfield should have been 60 FPS at least. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Oh, give me a quick second. Okay. Oh, Edge Knight Sim 89 has been a member of the Crustacean Nation for 5 months. Thank you for the support, my man. I thought 30 FPS was the creative decision. Yeah, right? But yeah, we have that shit. So you're going to get a video talking about the, the update and all that shit. Oh, Edge Knight Sim 89 for the 2. Get to work, crab. Well, it's funny you bring that up. Because, you're going to be getting a lot more videos from me. That's the good news. The bad news is the reason why. But, so, originally that video was going to come out today, but then the whole Helldiver shit came out, as you all know. So, I'm working on a Tales from the Twitch pit for that. That'll be out tomorrow. Then the video detailing the update and me, you know, reveling in the idiots who told me that that couldn't happen for 30 FPS to 60 FPS. That'll be out on Sunday, at least generally. Hello, Dat Boy Juan. Welcome. What's the bad news? My job downsized, so I got let go. So, on the bright side, more time to work on the channel, so that's nice. Bad thing is less money, but whatever. It's no big deal. Let's get the first video up on the screen, shall we? Where is it? Alright. So. Yeah. It is what it is. Are you getting severance? A little bit. Oh! Edge Knight Sim 89 for the 2! Hopefully this money eases the pain. That sucks. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I kind of figured it was happening for a while. They've been downsizing for the last like month and a half or so, and I'm non-union, so I was like, all right, if things go down, I'm gonna be among the first to get cut, right? So I knew it was happening, so I've been putting out applications for other places. It just sucks that it happened before I managed to land another job, but should be fine. I should be fine for a little bit. Okay, so we're going back in time. All right, so this is an old video. I'm gonna say that right now. This is an old video, but I just think it's really funny to cover. This is Gaming Bolt. All right, this is Gaming Bolt's old video on Starfield. Honestly, 30 FPS isn't that big a deal, and I just think it's a really funny thing to go through. All right.
Bethesda Game Studios finally took the covers off Starfield and went
Aged like milk, right, Fire Slash? Aged like fucking milk. Fucking. Ooh. Ooh. Gaming Bolt just spams clickbait. Yeah, I've noticed. It's really funny too. They're adding vehicles too. Yeah, they are. There's no release date for that yet though.
into great detail about its systems. The gunplay, the environments, the shipbuilding, crew management, procedurally generated worlds, it's a lot to take in. And as director Todd Howard noted, it's just scratching the surface. To say that Starfield is the biggest game of the year, just in terms of sheer scope and scale,
Yeah, that didn't age too well, did it? That really didn't age too well. Like, the funny thing is, I don't even hate Starfield. I just think it was a massive disappointment. Gaming Bull is a dollar store. Watch Mojo. I can see it. Even his candor is very much the same.
would not be hyperbole. Of course, there is a caveat for those playing on Xbox Series X and S. It's locked at 30 frames per second regardless if you're playing in 4K on the Series X or 1440p resolution on the Series S.
Yeah, because, you know, people, it's not like everyone touted this generation for, you know, more options, 60 FPS being the standard, and yet here we are. Just give us the choice between 30 FPS, 60 FPS, that's all I want. Exactly. If people want to play at lower resolution with ray tracing off at 60 FPS, let us do it. Because it's funny. I played Dragon's Dogma 2 on my PlayStation because one, my friend and I went half on it, so I only had to pay $35 for it, right? But two, I was like, my PC's not going to run this shit. And so that game, I put about total of, I think, 82 hours into it, right? And when that update came out that lets you turn off the ray tracing and a 30 FPS cap, I didn't turn that shit on. You know what I noticed? I noticed that outside of the city, outside of Bakbatal and Vermund, the game was, at that point, with ray tracing turned off, was running at an average of 45 to 50 FPS. Which means, if they just allow us to, you know, lower the resolution, because it's still trying to go for 4K, right? It's still rendering the game at 4K, or upscaled, regardless. If they just let us lower that to 1080p, that game can hit 60 on the consoles. And yet, here we are. Because publishers like to throw out games before they're ready. Can you guys give me a second? So that my cat be screaming for attention. All right.
There's no 60 frames per second support and no graphical option for, say, 1440 60 FPS on the Series X or something like that. 30 frames per second. Take it or leave it. For some, the first response to any current gen exclusive
Hi, crowd. Did you finish Stellar Blade? Hello, Giovanni. No, I'm about 24 hours in. I just got to the Great Desert, and I've been doing the side missions there. It's really good, though. It's really fucking good. I'm gonna upgrade to a 4080 Super when it gets discounted when the 50 series comes out. When the 50 series comes out, I'm gonna upgrade to 2 to 3000 series. That's my plan, at least.
Having a 30 frames per second lock is, and this is just my general impression, shock, horror, and maybe hints of disgust.
Starfield outside of cutscenes isn't as visually appealing as previous Bethesda titles anyway, and does not warrant 30 FPS lock. Dragon's Dogma 2, however, was killing my 14th gen Intel and AMD RX 7900 XT. Ooh. And yeah, no, I agree. Like Starfield. How do I put this? Like Starfield's actual like texture work, like because I've been playing I've been playing Fallout 4 as well. I've been doing all the fucking all the Fallouts lately simultaneously because I'm a fucking crazy person. And like while the character models have improved, their art direction I honestly feel is kind of bland in Starfield. No, nothing really. Gidget, what is it? Is that so? You can't just be staring at me and screaming. I recommend to do the Enya side quest. I just finished that last night, actually, Giovanni. Yeah, it was very good.
I was disappointed to see titles like Gotham Knights and Redfall locked at 30 frames, especially the latter, since Arcane Austin promised a 60 frames per second performance mode.
What's Gidget doing? She just sleeping in the fucking guitar case because that's now her bed that she took over.
For launch. However, the same kind of response towards Starfield feels unwarranted.
Yeah. Remember, old video. But man, no. It wasn't unwarranted as we all found out. Wasn't unwarranted at all.
Full disclosure, I'm that guy. While appreciating Skyrim for what it did for the open world genre and fantasy RPGs, I couldn't get into it. The sheer amount of details and
Hello, lowest expectations. Welcome to the stream. Guy couldn't get into Skyrim. I mean, all right. If that's huh. I mean, hey, maybe he's not a high fantasy guy, right?
content, the undying dedication of its fans regardless of all of the re-releases, and how transformative the mods are can be appreciated, but it just isn't for me. The same was the case with Fallout 4. Even though I played for about 62 hours, the overall experience was fine at the time.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you don't like Skyrim or Fallout 4, and these are the games that came previously from Bethesda. So these are the ones that are most likely going to be, you know, replicated in Starfield. And as we all saw, they were. Why do you think Starfield was going to be any different? Why did you think Starfield was going to be any different, buddy? That's the thing. Starfield is very reminiscent of Skyrim and Fallout, but somehow it doesn't hit you the same. It just doesn't hit the same. Hot take: Cyberpunk 2077 is better than Fallout 4 and Skyrim. I say better than Fallout 4, at least as an RPG. Skyrim, that's hard to, I don't know. Although the problem is I played so much Skyrim to the point where like I know like pathways to shit like at like the back of my hand.
Aged worse for me over the years. I was prepared for Starfield to be unappealing, especially after last year's showing, which dipped below 30 frames per second at times.
This is strange, right, guys? This is strange, right? Like, he couldn't get into Skyrim, he couldn't get into Fallout 4. And he even admits Starfield looked underwhelming to him. But here he is trying to defend it with 30. Man, this is interesting. This oh man, I'm glad I went back to this. This is funny. Fallout 4 is a good shooter. That's true. It is. Yeah.
My expectations were pretty even for this year's showcase, but I didn't expect Bethesda Game Studios to go into so much detail or for the game to run so well.
What are you talking about? How can you say that when showing, your foot. I'm assuming that Skyrim and Fallout footage was yours, running at 60 FPS, and then you cut to Starfield running at 30. Are you insane? Are you serious, man? What do you think is the next Xbox game coming to PlayStation? My bet is Starfield. I think Starfield is a higher chance now after the success of Grounded, Sea of Thieves, and Hi-Fi Rush. I think it's definitely possible. But if I had to guess, it won't be until at least after the expansion drops, and it'll probably be like maybe like a year or so after with like a complete edition. It's definitely more possible now than it was like a year ago.
Yes, even some frame drops were noticeable. Dare I say that many aspects looked fun, even if that one person hoarding sandwiches in their ship mildly disturbed me. It's also a testament to the complexity of the systems after telling everyone about ship customization, creating outposts, managing a crew, procedural generation, and so on, that there was still so much more to behold. You can board ships and steal them or join parties. You can hail other ships for trade or attack them. Use different perks to gain the adoring fan from Oblivion as a companion.
Okay, so... So you're listing off very, very classic Bethesda things, but you admit that the last two Bethesda games didn't wow you, but here they wow you? Am I getting that right? Starfield has more than one piece of post-launch content DLC coming? I don't think so. Well, at least they haven't announced any. They've only announced Shattered Space. That crap, I never really have played Skyrim because I always try to install mods, try to optimize it, and when I do, it works. I don't play it. Dude, you are preaching to the fucking choir. Me and all my friends nowadays, we spend more time modding our Skyrim playthroughs than actually fucking playing those. So I actually now, whenever I replay Skyrim, I don't mod it very much because I know it's not worth my time. I'm either gonna drop it in 8 hours or I'm barely gonna start it. So I might as well just not waste the time with the mods. Then if I get far enough in where I'm in, hey, maybe I'll install some mods here or there. But even then, like generally, like, Minxie's being called out? Oh no.
And maybe kill him on a remote planet with no witnesses, or constantly be assailed by bounty hunters wherever you go.
You mean like you can get assailed by bounty hunters in Fallout 3 and Skyrim? Where in Fallout 3, if you were too much of a goody two-shoes or too much of a douchebag, people will send bounty hunters after you? Or in Skyrim, where people will send bounty hunters after you? Nothing makes these here. Oh, right, the sandwich remark, duh.
Weapon customization, procedurally generating activities and quests on planets, handcrafted cities, and
You mean the Radiant quest that's been around since Skyrim? That's what I mean. He's talking about these things in a positive light. That's like, oh, this is more interesting to me. Except, oh, Edge Knight 759 for the 5. As for me, I mod the hell out of Skyrim, even the cultured mods. Good man. But like he's listing off these things that he's like, oh, these are things that seem interesting, but they're the same things that were in the previous 2 Bethesda games that he claims he likes. I believe in the bounty system was kind of in Fallout 4. It was mainly like, you know, the factions coming after you. And this is interesting, man. This is an interesting blast from the past, isn't it?
quest chains in service of the story, mining, surveying wild creatures, power allocation to alter your ship's performance, companions. There's a lot packed in, and all these systems are interconnected or feeding into others in complex, unimaginable ways.
Actually, they're not complex and imaginable in terms of how they're integrated. In fact, some of them are not even integrated at all, or barely even used. So, about anything with the mod New Vegas crap? Yeah, but it was also in 3. Because I distinctly remember if you were too much of a douchebag in 3, or too much of a goody two-shoes, people would send bounty hunters after you. I know this because I was playing Fallout 3 recently, and that happened in my playthrough. I got attacked by the gunners, and they had a note with a kill order with my name on it. Yeah. It was also in Skyrim.
That's even before considering the graphics, physics, and AI that a game of this scale has going on.
Oh, buddy, you do not want to go down the AI, the AI route. You do not want to go down this route. This game's AI is nowhere near different compared to the last, like, 3 fucking games that they've made.
So hearing Todd Howard say that the team wants to lock the frame rate to 30, even if it's often going above that, and sometimes even hitting 60 for the sake of consistency, is understandable.
Yeah, no, what he should have done is give people the option at launch. Like, hey, do you want your frame rate uncapped? Because some people, even if it's uneven, prefer the ability to have your frame rate be higher to begin with. Give people the option. The entire point of this generation was more power and more options. Why the fuck did they fucking decide to do that? Oh, it was because the game was unoptimized as hell on launch. Let me put it back. Let me put it in this perspective. My PC CPU technically doesn't meet the minimum for Starfield. So on launch, I was lucky to get 30 FPS on my PC. So I didn't play it there. I played it on my Xbox. Very least, hey, if I'm gonna get the same experience there and here, might as well play it on my TV, right? Fast forward to now, I'm in the beta update, right? With the new map layouts and all that shit. I'm hitting 60 FPS. Like locked 60. I'm hitting a locked 60 FPS, with the exception of areas like New Atlantis. I'm going down to like the mid 50s. Which tells me, if I can do that on my rig, even though this is a supposedly CPU intensive game, and I'm able to get past that after all these updates, just tells me, yeah, no, the game was just badly optimized. It wasn't a creative decision. It wasn't for the sake of consistency. It was because the game was not ready to launch. Straight up, it just was not ready to launch. I want a New Vegas remaster for PS5. I'd rather they not touch New Vegas.
One could, of course, then argue why then all the hate for Redfall, which also launched with a 30 frames per second mode.
Because Redfall looked trash and even more didn't justify the 30 FPS cap. And as we all know, it was supposed to be 60 FPS at launch, but they delayed it. Also, it's fucking Redfall. Who gives a fuck about Redfall, man? Who gives a fuck about it?
The answer is simple. Redfall is awful in many fundamental ways, going
Yes!
beyond the frame rate. It's
True! That's correct!
visuals sway between decent to lackluster, but overall, the substandard gunplay, numerous bugs, boring loot, terrible writing, bland world, cookie-cutter activities, and an absolute lack of anything that displayed Arcane Austin's immersive sim prowess were the multiple nails in the casket. On the other hand, look at The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Despite running at 30 frames per second with some drops and releasing on older hardware,
Some drops. Some drops. Chat, I refused to finish this game because the frame rate got really bad. Not only because I was getting bored of it, but like straight up, some of those temples dropped to like 12 frames a second. But unlike Starfield, Tears of the Kingdom at the very least had the excuse of it's running on a Nintendo Switch, which released in 2017, which was probably running on hardware from 2014. So like 9 years after the hardware was supposed to be, updated and upgraded. So it's like, okay, I get it. Still runs like shit though. Still runs like shit though. But let's be honest here. There's a reason for that. Oh, RC Polygons for the 10. Do you remember Crap Gamer Reviews? I remember him being a flip-flopper. I remember him saying he wants to be accepted by the Xbox community. I wonder if he's still doing the same clickbaiting. Oh, buddy, yeah. I keep my eye on him. I think, hold on a second. Let me fucking... Because I remember, a year ago, I think, when I was like, maybe I should pull some Crap Gamer stuff, right? And I saw that, let me see if he's still doing it. Hold on a second. I'll read that in a second, Black Robot. Hold on a second. Yep, he's still doing it. So every 2 videos, he'll change his fucking tune. Whether Xbox is failing or Xbox wins, PlayStation is failing, PlayStation wins. Bro is a certified grifter. Black Cobra for the 2. Hey, Heller, check Discord. Tin Dog is now a pony. What? Hold on. Let me hold on. Let me where is window capture? Okay. So I listened to many, and I'm just gonna be positive about Sony, which is now my preferred console and gaming company of choice. I will try to keep my tweeting about Xbox to minimum. Gonna try out the Sony experience now and give them a shot. Oh, so wait, so you're telling me, funny man, that you were shitting on a company without actually trying or having any knowledge of the stuff? I also just don't believe you. I also just don't believe you. He is so full of shit. He is so full of shit. I give it a week. I give it a fucking week.
Looks pretty good while delivering a phenomenal gameplay experience. It's superior in some ways to Breath of the Wild, which many open-world titles struggle to emulate. If Starfield can attain that standard of having great gameplay to go with its solid performance, then
Solid performance. We just saw in the trailer preview going to like sub 20. Solid performance. I love Tears of the Kingdom, but it ran like ass. Yeah, it did. And it sucks. It's why if I find out, so I want 2 things from the Switch 2. Backwards compatibility. If my games are backwards compatible, I'm not switching over. You can go fuck yourself, Nintendo. But 2, if I can run Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at 60, at least docked, then I'll buy one. But at this point, I'm just playing indies on my fucking Switch. I'm playing Cult of the Lamb and Unicorn Overlord. Those are the 2 games. You know why? Because they run well.
it will also be beloved. It could falter in several different areas separate from performance. The skills
Oh, it did. Oh, it sure did, buddy.
and upgrades could be lackluster. The base building may not be as extensive as
You're damn right it wasn't. They were more focused on keeping an aesthetic than giving player freedom, which even Fallout 4 was better with. I'm not joking when I say in my 80 hours of playing Starfield, I dedicated maybe 1 hour to building outposts where I realized this is just not worth it. This is just not worth it. Like, straight up. It just wasn't worth it. Helldivers 2 now dropped to 48% mixed reviews on Steam. Yep, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Like, I can't. Sony, Jesus. All they had to do was just not put that shit back up. Let the game be. All they had to do. Couldn't even manage that.
one would like. The controls could feel clunky. Combat may not be all that smooth. It's one of the hurdles with a massive game like this, where many things could be great while others feel lacking and require improvements that may not immediately arrive at launch.
Oh, yeah. Lord, you have no idea. How was that fucking...
There's also Bethesda's penchant for bugs in its releases. Even if Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty says it currently has the fewest bugs of any Bethesda game ever shipped.
It did. I still encounter a fair share of bugs, but I will say it was the smoothest Bethesda game I played at launch in terms of bugs. Doesn't really mean much though when we're talking about a Bethesda game. So, I could just mean like, oh, instead of like 500 bugs, you encountered 150, right? Wouldn't be Sony if they didn't sabotage their own games. Yep.
Or Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer claims that every QA tester in the company is working on it. We won't know how polished it is until it's out. While it's seen delays and looks way better than last year, given the state of Redfall's launch, I'll reserve judgment until it's out. With Starfield already topping the charts on Steam, the response to the game, showcased in 30 frames per second.
Alright, I'm bored. That's enough. I just thought that was interesting to go back to because I was like, this could be a fun little thing to do. Alright. Now it's time for the real shit. Alright, so we have. I'm saving Harmon for later. So Harmon we're probably gonna end with. What do you guys want to hear? Do you want to hear MGB fucking coping and seething about Microsoft sending him a code for I think it was Grounded or Sea of Thieves? Do you want to hear Jimmy Neutron? Or do you want to hear Dreamcast guy talking about how Xbox is dead? Also, let me just let me confirm. Let me try to remember for a sec. Oh my fucking god, I forgot. Let me just confirm what the MBG, or not the MBG, the fucking, and I can't speak today. The fucking Jimmy Neutron video is. Remember what the hell it was. Second, was it this one? Yes, it is 6 minutes, right? Seconds compared to. Yeah, okay. So the Lona one is talking about how no one shitted over Starfield. Go to the polls. You know what? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that. Right. If I want to make a poll, I got to go to the stream on YouTube's own site because God forbid I can do it through Stream Elements. God forbid. I got to go here. I got to view my channel. Live tab. Mute that shit. And now I can start a poll. All right, here we go. MGB or MBG. I always fucking G on and green cut. All right, here's the poll. What the fuck is that? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube, for continuing to be a fucking thorn in my side. Great. Great. Awesome. All right. That is not what I fucking did. All right. Great. Now, here we go. Get that shit back. Get that shit back here. Okay, which one's winning? And the poll is not showing me who's winning. Cool. All right, I'm just fucking. Fuck it. Thanks, YouTube. We're doing MGB.
Right.
And
so
first things first, a quick shout out to Astro Cyborg because I got this clip from him as well as the Reforge thing from him. So MGB, MBG, MGB, I don't fucking give a shit what his fucking name is. I don't give a fuck. He's a little mad about Xbox deigning to give him a review code for a game. Man, wonder why.
And so Microsoft is not just in the process of buying their way to quote unquote, I was going to say victory, but I don't even know that it could be framed as victory. They're buying their way to where they want to be. But part of that is they're also buying their way to goodwill, dude. They're paying for the goodwill.
So, giving out codes that every company does is buying their way to goodwill. Am I getting that right? Oh, Black Cobra for the 5! 60 FPS and all the changes for Starfield should have been there at launch. But other than that, I'm really looking forward to Starfield and the future for it. Yep. 100%. It's honestly ridiculous that it wasn't there at launch. But, hey, they probably wanted to delay it, but welcome to fucking, you know, publishers. And shareholders who threaten to pull out their funding if they don't get their money now. Baby want now. How do you think Sony got ahead in the game industry? Yeah, right? Oh man, don't buy Goodwill. That store sucks. I used to work there. That fucking place sucked.
I want to remind people, Microsoft has reached out to me to give me codes for games, dude.
Dude, he says that with such vitriol. Like, how dare they reach out to my big channel to give me codes for a game I might be interested in? You know, MGB, MBG, whatever your fucking name is. Bald bitch, I don't know. Maybe if you were a PlayStation-focused channel who mostly talked about PlayStation on stream and not Xbox, they wouldn't be thinking, hey, this guy's constantly talking about Xbox. Maybe we should send him some stuff over. Or maybe they're just thinking, hey, this is a big channel. Let's just give him shit. Let's just see if he wants codes for our games. Every company does this. Every single company does this. Even indie developers do this. Hell, even for smaller channels like me, right? When I do a stream for some game, sometimes I get codes, right? I do streams for them, right? Sometimes they send me additional codes for later stuff. For example, when I streamed the Hitman World of Assassination, like I think, what was it, 2 weeks ago? They offered me another code for the Sarvienjo 6. No, the Undying DLC. The one with fucking Sean Bean. So that I'm going to be doing another stream for that on Monday. And I'm just a small channel. I only have like 3,000 subs. I'm like minuscule compared to him. And yet here this guy is. Complaining and getting angry. Thinking that, oh, they're just trying to buy my goodwill. My guy, you don't have to let the fact you got a free code filter your honest thoughts. I got a code for Payday 3. You guys saw the stream. I didn't hold back. The only video I made on Payday 3 was a compilation of all the server issues because that's all I felt was warranted because that game was trash. And MGB, all you had to do was just politely deny the code and move on. That is all you had to do. I wish I was big enough for free game codes. That would be a dream. MBG is such a clown. Yeah. Like, if he's so worried about this warping his perception, then he shouldn't get it. Then he shouldn't redeem any codes. Don't take any. If you feel that you can't honestly be unbiased when getting something for free for review, just don't take it. You control what you say, MGB. PG, I don't fucking give a shit. I can't be bothered. Just ask Keymailer. Yeah. Keymailer, Lurk It, Terminals, Rainmaker. There's several places.
It's like, Microsoft, what are you doing? Like, I don't like your game. I've literally said, like, to everybody, I don't like your games.
Aren't you the same Isn't he the same person who would claim that of course Xbox games are getting higher reviews because it's sent to people who would only like it? Am I thinking of someone else? Like, dude, if you want your... It doesn't matter if you dislike it or not. Because here's the thing, man. Just because you don't generally like their games doesn't mean they're not going to send you a code for the future because they believe in unbiased fucking reporting. Unbiased reviews. How do you get that? You send it to anyone and everyone who's big enough to make an impact, whether if you know you'll like or dislike them. Because, hey, maybe you'll like this one. Maybe you will. You never know. But even then, you're assuming these people are watching your stream when in reality, they're just looking at the numbers. They're looking at the keywords in your streams and videos, and you're constantly talking about Xbox, my guy. You are constantly and consistently talking about Xbox. Every single goddamn stream. Every time I see you across my feed. Because I don't fucking watch you. I'm not subscribed to you. I'm not following you on Twitter. The only time I ever see your stuff pops up, either from Astral Cyborg, or sometimes your shit just gets tossed around by other people. It's always you crying like a little bitch about Xbox. And as Kev88 brings up, you don't like their games, but you want them to come to PlayStation. Isn't that interesting? If you don't like them, why do you give a shit where if they come to your platform anyway? Why are you even bothering to talk about them?
And like, if I had any interest in them, I would have come and played them. And like, that's to me what makes it so weak. It's so desperate. It's like,
no, MGB, the desperate one is you. You're the desperate one. Because you can't go a single stream without mentioning Xbox once. As I said earlier, I'm repeating myself, but fuck it. You are constantly talking about Xbox. You have keywords, probably in your description, about Xbox. You have tags about Xbox. That's what these companies look at when parsing over data. You fucking clown. Is that baseball cap put on a little too tight, buddy? Is it squeezing what's left of your cranium into the pathetic remains of your intellect? Pushing your synapses, all three of them, to overdrive? What a fucking idiot. What a fucking idiot. Oh my god. Music's too loud? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. There we go. Alright.
but we're coming to you. Please play our game. And it's like, this is why I'm telling you, man, it's like the people are not going to be able to be critical of Microsoft because they're playing the role of like, we got fucking destroyed, man.
What? People are not going to be critical because we got fucking destroyed? Did he just hop over to another fucking point without finishing his one? Because I thought he was going to go the route of, well, if you get a free code, you can't be critical because you got it free. And like I said earlier, no. NGP, that's not true at all. You just have to have integrity, principles, and a fucking spine. Something you're lacking. For fuck's sake, you are, oh my god, I didn't even see that. He has a fucking framed poster of all the PlayStation stacked behind him. What the fuck am I looking at, chat? Look at that. Look at that shit. Look at that. The fuck is that? And yet here you are, whining and crying and moaning and bitching about Xbox daring to give you, a big channel, a code, something that is a mark of achievement for other channels. Are you fucking kidding me? What is wrong with you? Like, actually, what is your damage? What mental disability do you have that makes you unable to connect the dots as to why you're actually getting the codes? Really? What the hell, man? What's going on, buddy? What's going on? You all right? You need to talk to a professional or something? I know some people. I can make some calls. Get you in next week. Come on, buddy. Fucking clown, dude.
It's over for us. Okay? Like, this is all we can do now. Can you please play our game?
I'm gonna do a little how many no, actually no. Let's do how many players on Sea of Thieves? So just on Steam, Sea of Thieves is currently sitting at, as of 14 minutes ago, 16,597 players. A 24-hour peak of 30,360. Probably much more on PlayStation. Or not on PlayStation. Well, yeah, actually, no, because it just released. So, yeah, on PlayStation and Xbox. And if I go to total number of players on Sea of Thieves... I remember they hit a big milestone, right? Wasn't it like something like 40 million, right? Like total players? Over 40 million total on all platforms? That's what I thought. Oh, RC Polygons for the 5! Xbox buys T2 and BG. How dare you give me a code for GTA 6? Microsoft is the worst company. I don't like Xbox games. Xbox, stop this. Ain't that the fucking truth? So no. They're not hurting for players, MBG, MGB, Embo Bingo, Bingo Bongo, Moronic Baboon Gaming, as coined from my chat. That's not what's happening at all. They're just promoting it because, hey, new release, new big update. We should promote this game. We should give it to a bunch of content creators. Hey, this guy, we have his data. Hey, he's registered. He's probably registered on Keymailer, on Lurkit, on terminals. So they probably just saw that, checked his info because it's there for the publishers to see, and it's there for the website to see. Hey, this guy has a lot of views and he talks a lot about Xbox. Hey, let's send him a code. That's it. Yeah, and as Kevin A points out, doesn't PlayStation send out codes to streamers / YouTubers for games as well? What's the difference? Well, the difference is Xbox bad. That's the difference.
Please buy our game. Please play it. Okay?
Please buy our game while we give you the code for the game. Man, baby grifter. I like that.
Like, we're not asking you to do anything. And that to me is just like, how did we get here, dude?
This new thing called the industry exploding and realizing, hey, influencers can affect our product sales very significantly. Bro, I learned this in high school. How the fuck are you in your mid-30s and don't understand this? I learned this shit over 12 fucking years ago. How do you not know this? It blows my mind, MBG. Moronic Baboon Gaming. Massive Bubba Gump. Oh my god.
Like, this isn't competition at all. Like, this is you completely giving up and giving in and saying, we just want to make money. And
Yes, every company wants to make money, you fucking idiot. Yeah, does he actually think Microsoft are the only ones who do this shit? Oh, Black Cobra for the 2! MBG will have a mental breakdown at the Xbox event. Oh, that's going to be glorious. Speaking of, I will be streaming that. Now that I have a lot more free time on my hands. But this reads to me he actually doesn't know. Because how the fuck can you say this unironically with a straight face unless you actually don't know every company gets codes? I got a code for Diablo 4 on Steam. No, it was for the season of the whatever the third one was. No, it was for the second season. That's what it was. Then with that, when I maxed out that shit, I got the season for the fuck you. Ended up not making a video on it because they didn't give me a time date, and I couldn't remember what site gave it to me, so I couldn't submit anything. That's on me, but that's on me. And I was vocal about my disappointment with Diablo 4. But they don't look at that. They're not sitting here watching your streams, because who the fuck would? This is only a 8-minute clip and I can barely stand it. Mouth breathing gas bag. Mouth breathing gas bag. Oh, Femtonga for the $4.99. Watch Sony start putting first-party games on Xbox. MGB will call it a genius. What is that? Deej movie? I was assuming you mean Deej movie. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. They were already forced to put MLB The Show due to, you know, not getting enough sales on PlayStation, which is weird because I thought these guys bought their games. Huh. Funny that, isn't it? Huh.
That's all we're here for, and if we have to do anything more than that, we're not gonna focus on it.
I mean, apart from just releasing the games and doing good marketing, which this is what it is, MBG. Giving codes to influencers is marketing. That's all it is. It's up to you if you want to accept it. It's up to you. You can just say no and move on. But here you are, we are a minute and a half in this 9-minute video of you bitching and moaning like a little bitch. As that boy Juan brings up on PlayStation News channel, but talking about Xbox. Exactly. Every single one of his streams, he's talking about Xbox. He just can't stop.
You know, this is why everything that Microsoft says, because think about it, Josh. What you just said is a great point, dude. Where you're like, how is it that Microsoft literally came out, looked everybody in the eye and said, we're making a next-gen console and it's going to be the biggest technical leap? And you know why people...
I'm going to have to, hold on, I'm going to have to fucking reread that. I'm going to have to read this because that... Hold on a second. Let's go here.
Microsoft says, because think about it, Josh. What you just said is a great point, dude. Where you're like, how is it that Microsoft literally came out, looked everybody in the eye and said, we're making a next-gen console and it's going to be the biggest technical leap? And you know why people...
He didn't finish the thought. He didn't finish the thought. He says he was going somewhere as if, oh, well, how could you do this and then not release anything worthy of that power? But he didn't do that. He just moved. What the fuck, dude? Is Josh in the chat? Josh, is this you? Is this you? Is Helldivers selling better on Steam compared to PS5? Yes. By a wide margin. Dude, if you're gonna bring up someone's point, finish the fucking thought, my guy. Hold on. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe he finished it after here. It's just, you know, his brain doesn't work too good anymore, so he has to, you know, it takes a lot longer than it should.
Weren't upset about that, seemingly. It's because, dude, the conversation the day before was, holy shit, I think Microsoft is actually getting ready to exit the console market.
And yet here we are. They're still going strong. And I got news for you, buddy. Both of them are getting ready. But at the very least, to exit the console market as we know it. Because both companies are realizing, hey, if we want to keep funding these games with these massive budgets, full exclusivity just isn't going to work anymore. Because the vast majority of people who buy these things are casuals who play shit like Call of Duty, FIFA, Madden. Don't buy these exclusives that are made for a specific type of person. So what's the best way to do this? Well, first things first, start porting to PC. Start with PC, all right? We're getting better, but still not enough. Huh. You know, with this era, cross-gen, cross-play, cross-save, maybe we should start porting some stuff to the other company. I mean, we're making money either way. And let's be honest, too. Both PlayStation and Microsoft, they've been third-party for a while now. The moment they started putting their games on PC, they became a third-party publisher. Like, regardless. Go his hands or butts. Not our Josh. Alex showed the clip and Josh was in the... okay. Damn. The pretender to the throne.
That's how like bad this has gotten for them, where people are actually relieved to hear of the next generation Xbox. And that to me...
Bro, you guys were creaming your pants over rumors of a PlayStation 5 Pro. Microsoft is just skipping that step and going straight to next gen. Which makes sense because we're about halfway through this gen cycle. It's about that time we're starting to hear rumblings about it. About that time, they're going to start working on it. Off topic, hopefully we see id software at the Xbox Showcase. It's been 4 years. What has id been cooking? I don't know. I'm curious. I mean, we know, thanks to the leaks, there's that Doom Year Zero game. But I don't know if that's them or a spinoff from another company. Xbox still plans to release another console after the XS, but they're going to chase the money. And if that means porting to other platforms, that's what they'll do. It's all about making money. Exactly! See, back when gaming was smaller in scale and smaller in audience, full exclusivity was easier to achieve. Because games, while still relatively expensive, weren't nearly as much here. They weren't in the triple millions in terms of budget size. In fact... a little look-see, right? Let's go to the PS2 era, right? So let's do God of War 2. God of War 2 budget. How much was that game? How much did that game cost to make? I'll find a budget for God of War 2. All right, cool. Oh god, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. Okay. But I do have the budget for God of War Ascension. That was a PS3 game. That was $50 million. Ragnarok cost $200 million. That is an insane leap for a generation and a half. Because remember, Ragnarok's on PS4. It's only one generation over from God of War Ascension. And it's more than doubled. But guess what? PC's coming. Other platforms are coming. The only thing is, Xbox just got out of it faster. And they were forced to go into it faster because of the disaster that was the Xbox One era. Let's be honest. No, Ragnarok was on PS4, Power Boss. I'm looking at it right now. PS4, PS5. The only PS5 exclusive games that PS5 has is Returnal, Demon Souls, Ratchet and Clank, and those are the games they publish and made like in-house. I think those are the only ones. Unless I'm forgetting one, and let's be honest, it's not hard. But no, Spider-Man 2 is on PS4, I think. No, it's not. You're right. No, wait, you're right. Spider-Man 2. Hold on. Spider-Man 2 PS4. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. All right. Yeah, easy to forget about that game, huh? Ever seen the update for Helldivers 2? The update requires a PSN account. I did see that, Ghostly. Yeah, I'm working on a video on that. That's going to be out probably tomorrow afternoon. All right, MBG. Continue to cope and seethe.
Sucks, dude. And you want to know why? And this is the reality, Josh. This is
You're in no position to talk about reality, my guy. That's right, Light Shadow. Yeah, Forbidden West DLC is PS5 only. Yeah. Yeah, Returnal was one of the first ones to come to PC. Yeah. Actually, I think Returnal was the first PS5 game to come to PC. Yeah.
the reality. You want to know why people are still so critical of Sony when it comes to criticizing the PS5 and
What are you? Okay, hold on. Okay, no. I think he's gonna. Okay, hold on.
wondering like what's Sony doing with the PS5 Pro
Hold on a
and what's going? It's because people still have an expectation of Sony.
So people are critical of the company because they have expectations. So then by you being critical of Xbox, that means you also have expectations. But you're trying to argue that people don't have expectations of Xbox. And let's be honest, MBG, no. Normal people are calling out Sony on the regular, but morons like you, morons with an audience, are not. And you have all your little lemmings following you without any fucking pushback. That's what's happening here. You can't even cover Sony's news when it's bad. You're somehow still talking about Xbox at that point. Thrash tried calling out Cassie. It's not going to go well for him. Cassie's a smart person. Leagues ahead of Thrash's IQ. That's not going to end well for him.
Think about it. Would anybody give a shit about the PS5 Pro at all? Like, would anybody even care to be critical of the PS5 Pro if there wasn't an expectation?
Then by your logic, you have an expectation that you're trying to uphold Xbox to. Okay, but let me get straight. So criticizing PlayStation, good, because good. Criticizing Xbox, because bad. You see the issue here, MGB, right? You see it. People are criticizing because they're disappointed with PlayStation, because yes, they have expectations. People also have expectations of Xbox. But here's the thing, even when Xbox does something good for the consumer, you will criticize it regardless. And that's the problem, MBG. You're not consistent. You're hypocritical. And that's the problem here.
The answer is no, because that's how these things work. There's a difference between somebody saying they don't care and then clearly they care.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, buddy. We can tell the difference when you say you don't care about Xbox, yet you're constantly talking about it. Did you see how Reforge was saying what Helldivers 2 is doing with the PSN, linking on Steam, and his chat was defending Sony in a way? Yep. And that's the audience he fucking cultivated. The one time he's actually right. One time he has a good take, and his chat's against him. And isn't that?
Versus somebody actually not caring. The reality is when a market doesn't care, the market ceases to exist. There's no one left standing around to say, I don't care anymore.
As long as we have morons like you constantly crying about Xbox, how they're, oh, the Xbox is dead. Oh, Xbox is done. Xbox. You're keeping them relevant. You talk about how they're not relevant, yet you talking about them makes them relevant. That's how relevance works, my guy. If they weren't relevant at all, we wouldn't be talking about it. There's a reason people don't talk about Betamax anymore. There's a reason people don't talk about CDs anymore. Because they are actually irrelevant at this point. But you, you buddy, you know, you don't get as many views when talking only positively about PlayStation. You get views when you're talking negatively about Xbox. So here we are. What happens? And to be fair, you should be talking about things, you know, I get it. Why Soul Streams coming back? Because more people tune in. Hey, that's fine. But it also means I'm not going to stop doing like gaming streams, even though they're lower in view rate, because who cares, right? People who like the gaming streams are going to come. That's fine. People who don't like it are not going to come. That's fine. But here you are, almost refusing to do gameplay streams of these exclusives that you claim to love so much, even though, I don't know if you saw, chat, but he rage quit Rebirth. PlayStation Gamer. Can't even beat Rebirth. And I beat that game in like 62 hours. So what the hell, man? What happened? What happened, buddy? MBG Power Boss. He rage quit Rebirth. He's not playing it. He stopped. Not interesting.
That's it. They're gone. They've moved on. They've moved to something else. And that's why I think there's basically nothing but kind of like crickets and silence, or just very minimal interest in hearing Microsoft come out and say, don't worry, guys, we got a next-gen console, and it's going to be the biggest technical leap. Like,
So keeping your audience who are still there, there's still people playing Xbox. He's acting like no one's playing on Xbox. He's acting like there are no Xbox players anymore. Like, no. They still have an audience, my guy. And guess what? We're halfway through the gen cycle. It's about that time when companies are going to start working on the next-gen consoles. The only difference between Sony and Microsoft is Microsoft's being a little more open about it than usual. Communicating with their audience apparently is bad now? Isn't that crazy? You're a clown, MBG. You're a fucking clown. That's what you are.
who's really hyping that shit up, dude?
People who are interested in next-gen consoles. And here you are talking about it. Proving, hey, it was a good idea for them to bring it up because, hey, here you are, a semi-big YouTuber, semi-successful YouTuber, talking about the damn thing. No one really cared, MBG. You wouldn't be talking about it. No one would be tuning in to hear you talk about it. But people do. You do. So clearly there's some form of relevance here.
Who really cares? Like, Microsoft, you just basically told people to go buy a fucking PS5 or a Switch. Why the hell? And you know what?
They told people to go buy a PS5 or a Switch because they revealed that they're working on a next-gen console when we all know Sony and Nintendo are doing the same thing. So confused. What the hell is this guy talking about? Let me play that back. Cause hold on a second. Let's play that shit back.
Who really cares? Like, Microsoft, you just basically told people to go buy a fucking PS5 or a Switch. Why the hell? And you know why Microsoft did it?
He's an idiot. He's an actual moron. He actually thinks that PlayStation and Nintendo don't have things in the pipeline either. Oh my god, dude! We haven't even hit the halfway mark on this fucking video. We haven't even hit the halfway mark.
Because they knew exactly who they were speaking to. They're speaking to the small the very small but also still very vocal group of Xbox console users who they will buy that console, dude.
So you're in. Your entire point of who were they talking to has just been contradicted because you just admitted they're talking to console users. You're trying to downplay it by saying it's a small group of users, but hold on a second. How many active players Xbox consoles? Xbox has 120 million active users. As of 2022. Monthly active users of Xbox were recorded to be 100 million in 2020. Meanwhile, in 2019 was 65 million. Small group of people. MBG, you might actually be you might actually be dumber than King Thrash. Like actually. Calling MBG a clown is an insult to actual clowns. You're right. You're right, it is. Because I can't imagine saying something that titanically retarded and having it not be a joke.
They will. It won't matter if it has exclusives. It won't matter if it's I'm not going to say it's irrelevant hardware, but just
you already called it irrelevant earlier, you fucking moron. You're already trying to by saying, oh, they're only catering to a very, very small 120 million people. People who are still on the Xbox console. You're trying to downplay it and joke about its relevancy when here you are crying about it and just straight up just not understanding what relevance and what size is. Personally, I think King Thrash is ignorant and MBG is stupid. Big difference. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. That's what it is.
not really. It shouldn't, like, it's hard to justify this hardware's existence in any way.
120 million active users who are still playing their console. People who, and Phil Spencer said this himself when talking about, the console race or whatever it was. He talked about how, like, hey, people have libraries that they want to go forward with. There's a reason why I still have a PS5. It's because I have a bunch of PS4 games. I have a bunch of PS3 games. I'm in that ecosystem, right? I've only just recently started building up my Xbox library after losing my Xbox in the 360 era due to Red Ring of Death. Those people aren't going to drop their back catalog and library of games to go over to PlayStation just because they have one or two games they like. That's not what's going to happen. That doesn't happen at all. The fact that you think that that's going to happen and that the pursuing the next console is a fool's errand is asinine and pathetic. How come Creamcast guy, MBG, and Jim Neutron all have this fake concern voice when they talk about Xbox? It's weird, isn't it? It's really strange.
It's like none of that's going to matter to them, and that is a very small percentage of people.
No, it's not. Because people are going to look at this and go, hey, all my stuff carries over and probably more of my games are going to run better. Okay. Might be some cool exclusives too. Cool. See, that's the thing. Exclusives should never be the reason to get a console. It should just be a bonus. What should get you in there is the ecosystem. The onboarding process, how user-friendly it is. Hey, how are they going to treat me as a consumer when it comes to deals, usability, readability, things like that. But because of you morons who think exclusives are the be-all, end-all of a service, it's why you somehow think fucking, PC has no gains despite having literally more gains than every single console that's been out combined. Because you guys can't understand that.
I mean, that market is so small at that point that's why you hardly hear any pushback.
Give me a second. Where the fuck was it? No, where the fuck is it? There it is. All right, let's play that back now, huh?
If it's I'm not going to say it's irrelevant hardware, but just not really. It shouldn't, like, it's hard to justify this hardware's existence in any way. It's like none of that's going to matter to them, and that is a very small percentage of people. I mean, that market is so small at that point that's why you hardly hear any pushback, because the only thing you're really going to hear if you listen close enough are a couple of fans still being like, yes, good shit, I'll buy that Xbox console. And I'm not criticizing those fans. I respect it, man. Like, if you want that Xbox console hardware and that matters to you, yeah, I could see why you would be happy that Microsoft is still supporting it. But to me, this is why people are still so critical of the PS5.
MBG is a fucking idiot. MBG is a fucking idiot. Couple of fans. Small community. Not really relevant. 120 million Xbox users.
The PS5 Pro of Sony, because Sony is still making it clear that, like, we are still very much in the console space. We're pushing in this space, and we're still.
Does he really have his fucking donated shit be backgrounded by a fucking PS5? Are you fucking serious? I have seen two dudes blowing each other. And that is still somehow the second gayest thing I've seen compared to this. And if anything, it just makes it even more pathetic. It makes it more pathetic that here he is, a PlayStation-centric channel, has PlayStation-centric icons for his channel, and he's talking about Xbox. And this all stemmed from Xbox daring to give this man a free code. How many PlayStation users are there? Let me check. If I remember right, it's around like 65 million, I think, last I checked. Hold on. How many active PlayStation users? Over 123 million as of December 2023 monthly on the PlayStation Network. So this is across, obviously, PS3, PS4, and PS5. Probably a little bit of Vita in there. They're pretty close together, MBG. They're pretty neck and neck. And yet, You're trying to downplay it by saying, oh, it's just a little bit. They're just little guys. Wait, Heller saw two Alexes blowing each other? Oh, you know it.
Still gonna try. We're still here's what it boils down to. I've been talking in circles at this point, not the whole time, but
No, the whole time. And you've also been like trailing off and going off on different tangents when you're starting to make a certain point, then moving on immediately like a fucking schizo.
specifically with this super chat. What it boils down to is no one cares about what Microsoft has to say about next generation console hardware because Microsoft already came out and said, you don't need to buy our hardware.
Yeah. And pretty soon you're not going to need to buy PlayStation hardware either because all their games are coming to PC, my guy. You really think Sony's looking at the success of Helldivers 2 same day release on PC and going, oh, maybe we should start releasing our games on PC simultaneously. Even with the current fucking debacle that's going on with that whole shit. Sony can't stop being Sony. Microsoft just got there faster. Because they were forced to. Guess what? The sphere of gaming is changing. Companies are finally realizing, hey, these one and done games aren't going to be enough to get enough people over to our system. And even if we get them to buy the console for this one game, unless we have a steady stream of stuff, they're going to stop playing once they're done with it. Why do you think all these companies are pursuing live service? Because that's a veritable moneymaker. Perpetually endless. And you know what doesn't help in that regard? Exclusivity. Sooner and sooner, consoles are going to just become budget PCs, with just the brand name.
We will come to you. You don't need to buy our hardware. Therefore, nobody bats an eye when Microsoft says, so let us tell you about our next gen console.
And yet here you are talking about it. God, now I'm going in circles because he's going in circles. We still got 3.5 minutes left of this fucking video. Are you serious? Are you fucking kidding me, MBG? Christ, this guy.
Meanwhile, Sony is not doing that. There is still the expectation of.
Then why are they porting to PC? Why are more and more games going porting to PC? Why did they buy a studio dedicated to porting to PC?
Sony is saying, we want you to buy our console.
If that were true, they wouldn't be porting to PC. They realize it. Time is a flat circle, crab. We've done this before. We'll do it again. Yep. Also, hey, welcome to the stream, Josh. How's it going, man?
We want you to go buy a PS5, and we want you to go buy a PS5 Pro, and we're going to eventually want you to buy a PlayStation 6.
That's why we're porting our games to PC. Wait a minute. We want you to buy a PS5. We want you to buy a PS5 Pro. That's why we bought this studio designed for PC ports and are porting closer and closer between releases to PC. Shit. Like, that's the thing. Like I said, especially now that Sony doesn't have the COD fucking money net. Because remember, COD was funding a lot of their shit. Now they're like, well, fuck. Not enough people are buying our games compared to the user base. So we need to start looking to other avenues. Oh, let's start going to PC. And they're already starting to realize, hey, these games aren't selling as well on PC because they're coming out years after the fact. And we're not doing much marketing. But hey, here comes a little game that no one expected to blow up the way it did. Even the devs themselves, Helldivers 2, we're publishing that. We're considering that a PlayStation game. We're releasing simultaneously. Holy shit! What's the ratio between PlayStation users and PC users? What is it? 60-40? 70-30 now, more like? Huh. Not interesting.
So therefore, people are going to be more critical and be like, okay, Sony, then what do you got? Why should I buy your PS5?
Yeah, because you got nothing coming out this entire fucking year. They're relying on third-party exclusives. They're relying on shit like Rise of the Ronin, Rebirth, and Helldivers 2. Not a single of those games they developed in-house.
Why should I come to you? Especially when Microsoft, look at what they're doing. Microsoft isn't telling me I have to come to them. They're telling me that I can buy their console if I want, but they'll put their stuff out there.
Yeah, because Microsoft has other avenues besides gaming. Every other avenue that Sony has is failing. The fucking photography shit, I think, is gone. Their movies are doing worse and worse. They keep funding garbage. Their gaming industry is the only one that's doing any major amounts of numbers for them. Microsoft can take people not buying their console as long as they're getting them into the service. Because as long as that service is around, that's perpetual money. Sony should put JTech in charge of PlayStation? Oh, God. Fun fact, crap, Starfield Hellblade 2 later this month. Almost 230 days later, no first party for Xbox. Stellar Blade to May 25 for PS5, 13 months. No games for PS5. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, Stellar Blade, I forgot. That's another third party game that they fucking bought exclusivity for. Because they got nothing.
Right? What about you, Sony? So there is this higher pressure and this higher expectation on PlayStation, but that's...
And yet, instead of talking about the potential of not seeing a single PlayStation in-house game for over a year, we still have nothing on what Sucker Punch is doing. We have nothing on fucking Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog's been just doing fucking what? Worthless remasters and remakes? Nothing on their next project. In fact, they canceled Factions. Oh, but they got Final Shape, right? Even though Bungie is an independent studio that Sony just owns publishing rights for. Meanwhile, they have complete autonomy. Huh. And wait a minute. You guys were so focused on Bungie is now a PlayStation studio, even though they're not. Then by that logic, with Final Shape coming out, isn't that making them publishing that on a competing platform? Huh. Think Bungie's going to get absorbed and dissolved and Marathon will be canceled? I think it'll happen after Marathon. Marathon is not going to do well. It is just not going to do well. Yep, PlayStation is third party. So is Xbox. The only one that's not third party yet is fucking Nintendo. They're the only ones. Because you can't buy their in-house exclusives anywhere else but their platform. The closest one is SMT, because SMT 5 is coming everywhere. But once again, SMT is not an in-house studio. They're not an in-house game. It's developed by fucking Atlas at Sega.
The price Sony pays, Josh. You see, that's what makes it so interesting, is the price Sony pays by continuing down this path that they've been down since the PS1 was created of console ecosystem, walled off garden, although I guess we could say build the walls when it's convenient, tear the walls down when it's convenient. That's basically what we're looking at right now.
It's more like, hey, this garden this garden maze that we manage isn't getting enough people in because it's walled off to the other parts of our fair. Why don't we just get rid of this, make it a plaza for everyone to hang out? Someone send this to Alex. Oh, RC Polygons for the 10. Sony has PlayStation, while Microsoft has Xbox services and software, OpenAI, Windows, Azure, Office, LinkedIn, their ad division, some military contracts. Microsoft could take the hit on console sales. Exactly. RC Polygons. Egg-fucking-zactly. Sony is focusing so hard on the gaming aspect because they have to. Otherwise, they're gone. Their movies are bomb after bomb after bomb. Their music, let's be honest, music as an industry has been in the background for the last 20 fucking years. I believe their camera division is just gone. I could be wrong, but I know one of their divisions was shut down like in the last 5 years. And I think it was the camera division, but I don't remember. Whereas Xbox has all this other stuff. Microsoft has all this other stuff. Xbox is merely a branch in the tree that is Microsoft. And you don't understand that, MBG. Yeah, cameras are gone. Okay, yeah. TVs, that's right. They have other Bravia TVs, yeah. Yeah, their TVs are almost gone too, yeah. Oh, more reason, Madam. I got a pirated copy of Madam Web so I can watch my friends. I need to see that trash fire. I need to see that fucking trash fire. I'm not giving them my money.
When it comes to Sony putting their games on PS5 and then eventually porting them to PC. But that is the price that Sony pays.
Yeah, except it's getting closer and closer, buddy. The gap between releases on PC and PS5 are getting closer. Like, I'll say it right now. I think Wolverine's going to be the last one that's not day and date. I think it's the last one. I think after that, they're going to do day and date. Because they're not going to convince fucking PC users to fucking buy their system for a one and done game. Funny you mentioned that, Power Boss, because they'll try to cope and see with that fact. Say like, well, they've always said the live service games were going to be day and date. It's like, yeah, that's the start. That's the tipping point, my guy. That's the start of the snowball rolling down the hill. It is literally only a matter of time before day and date comes. Wolverine's going to be lame. Yeah, I have no faith about the story after Spider-Man 2. I want the gameplay to be good at this point. I'm just going to, like, I don't know if you guys saw, but it was confirmed that an SBI person was the main writer. It's going to be a main writer for Space Marine 2. I'm like, well, guess I'm skipping all the cutscenes. Alyssa Mercante, is that her? Is that her name? I don't think it was her. It was some other person. I think Venom next year, May 2025. Game's gonna start day and date on Steam. I don't think we know when Venom's coming. I don't think we have a release date. We don't have any release dates, actually. Kim Belair, is that it? Is that it?
You know, by Sony continuing to take that stance, same with Nintendo of like, no, you're going to come to us.
Yeah, but here's the thing, buddy. Nintendo has been consistent with that. And Nintendo is fucking Nintendo. Like, I'm sorry. There's not a single IP that neither Microsoft or PlayStation has that holds a candle to Mario. Or Zelda. Samus. Even Halo has stagnated over the years. And that's because of how they treated it after 3. And they can't just look at Warframe constant growth because of crossplay and cross-save. Yeah. I got back into Warframe because of cross-save. I'm like, hey, I could use my fucking PlayStation shit on PC now. Fuck yeah. I don't have to start over. That was years of fucking grinding. Fuck that. I'm not doing all that shit over.
That's our goal, to get you to come to us. It requires a lot of convincing. It requires a big effort, a big push. And, you know, especially now in 2024, when we're seeing more walls and barriers come down at a more rapid rate, it puts more pressure on Sony and Nintendo and anybody else who's doing that, where it's like, you know, you bet. Listen, I know we haven't talked about this very much, but you think Microsoft isn't doing this in the hopes that Sony is like kind of maybe beginning not to sweat, but to like look a little bit closer, like, okay, what?
They already are. This started when they started porting to PC like 4 fucking years ago. They know which way the wind is blowing. The problem is Sony still has dinosaurs in charge, so they're slower to fucking accept change. And with Nintendo. But the difference is Nintendo's consoles still sell. That's the thing. Not only do their consoles sell, but their games also sell a lot. That's the thing. Yeah, yeah. Fucking tribalism just fuck on display here just gets my fucking goad, man. It's so fucking pathetic.
What's this going to lead to? You know, like, is this like, should we be paying attention to what Microsoft's doing here?
Yes, because Sony has done that in the past. Microsoft was the first one to really institute online play in any major capacity with the original Xbox. Sony had it a little bit too with PS2 with the FF11, but generally not a big thing. Xbox pioneered paid online, so thank you Xbox for that. And Sony followed suit with that on the PS4 generation. But Xbox started porting to PC first. Now Sony's doing it, slowly but surely. You need only look at the past and actually notice the patterns here. Microsoft is quicker to notice changes in business and in the market and where to adapt, where to adjust, because they've been in the business game for a lot longer than Sony has. So they are more keen and aware of business trends and changes. Amy Leigh Shaw and David Bedard are the other 2 main SPI writers. Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember their fucking names. Yeah.
Microsoft, they're coming out with this level of confidence that we've never seen before. And that confidence is fueled solely by, like I said, their ability to just throw their fucking money around, dude. You're talking about the same company.
I mean, yeah, if you have money, you're going to be confident in your ability to back up what you're doing. That's how it works. What do you think Sony's doing when they're constantly buying all these third-party games as temporary or permanent exclusives for their system? You think that's not throwing money around and showing confidence? Like, are you kidding me?
That went to Notch, the creator of Minecraft, and just said, yo, do you want $2 billion? We want that. $2 billion. You give us that, we'll give you $2 billion.
You make that sound like it's a stupid idea for them to buy Minecraft for $2 billion, but if anything, that was a good investment. Minecraft is still played en masse to this day. And they have multiple clients, my guy. Give me a quick second, folks. I gotta... Okay, sorry, I had to turn on my air conditioner. Getting spicy. Get a bottle of water. Pretty sure they earned that back by now. Oh yeah, tenfold. They assuredly did. Are you kidding me? Every single person that I know, every friend of mine who has been any caliber of gamer, has played Minecraft or owns multiple copies of Minecraft, because there's one on the Mojang account, there's the Xbox account, the PlayStation shit, all that stuff. The iOS version, the Android version. That's how it is. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Give me a second. I woke up and decided to actually go out for once. All right. We got about a minute left. Let's finish this video.
That's how Microsoft operates, dude. That's what they do. That's what they do best. I'm not even criticizing it. I'm just saying that's in their nature.
No, you are, because you're saying that it's a negative because they're struggling to stay relevant because of which, and they don't know how to actually compete in the business sphere when actually they do. They just notice that a change in strategy is what's working. People are less willing to buy a new machine for an exclusive. People are more willing, actually, to go on a service. Or to just buy the game.
That's what Microsoft does. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I think it was just always going to go this way.
I think he's trying to say that Xbox just buys studios to get games instead of making their own games, all while ignoring Sony does the same thing. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Sony does the exact same fucking thing. Most of their big studios were bought.
You know, where I had always hoped that Microsoft would continue to be extremely aggressive in the console space, but it just seems like
they are. It's just their strategy for getting people is different, and that's what you don't like. You want the console wars to continue. That's what you want. Both companies should be competing, because when they compete, we get better products as a consumer, right? But there are different ways of competing. Eventually, they realized, hey, we should go a different way because the market's changing. The market is evolving. We should get ahead of this so that when the shift does finally come and turns its head, we'll be ready. And that's what they're doing. God, this water is delicious.
when they kind of came to the conclusion that we can just use our money to
I wasn't expecting that stupid fucking PlayStation gift shit. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. He couldn't even get a green screen. Had the background taken out, so it's just Joel's head doing that, so it blends in better. He couldn't even get that. "30 seconds left. Let's finish this out."
get where we need to go, and we could just sidestep this completely. We don't have to compete in that way. I mean, it seems like it was always maybe destined to go this way, unfortunately.
Yes. Did you pay attention to the... I already said it. I already said what I said. Fuck it. We're done. There's 20 seconds left. Who gives a shit? All right. That was MBG. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see. Let's go back to Starfield for a little bit. Let's do Jimmy Neutron, shall we? Yeah, regain this time. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Get rid of exclusive and let the hardware do the talking. Exactly. See, that's the thing too. When your exclusives are no longer being the major selling point, what do? Well, you change how you offer your services. Online, better incentives for your paid subscription, better deals, usability, backwards compatibility, things like that.
This guy says you crap all over.
Let me raise it a little bit. I think it's a little low. Okay, time for the logician talking about Starfield.
This guy says you crap all over the game, but you ponies never stop talking about it coming to PlayStation. Utterly pathetic.
Fucking oh. Why would you even acknowledge that? Bro, that guy cooked him. Out of weed? Oh, fuck.
I would say your comment is utterly pathetic. Yes, I would. I don't think anybody crapped all over the game. Now,
No one crapped over Starfield. Really? Really? But chat, you all know me too. I do have problems with Starfield. I don't think it's a very good game, personally. I think it's fine. But I do have some major problems that they seem to be fixing slowly but surely with these updates. But we are not going to sit here and pretend people weren't en masse trashing the game before it came out. Before they even had the game in their hands. Not to mention, I'm sure we have you on footage trashing it. I'm fairly certain we do. I was able to make a whole segment out of Amazing Lucas trashing it. Just on him. Like, come on, man. Regardless of what you think the game is, you don't need to just gaslight people into thinking that's not the case when it is.
there are certainly people who did, but
Then why? Chat. He couldn't even finish the sentence without contradicting himself. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did, Giovanni. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Reforge also trashed the game. Yeah, I'm fairly certain he did.
I played it quite a bit, and I even started to turn the corner. I even did a video talking about, like, okay, I made adjustments to my expectations, and I started to enjoy the game, and then I played Phantom Liberty, and I was like, yeah, this is superior in so many ways, and so I just didn't see a reason to go back and play Starfield. Also,
I mean, yeah, it is. That's because, you know, Phantom Liberty is a better RPG. But you just admitted it there. You were one of those people, and then you adjusted your expectations. But you were one of those people. Are you fucking kidding me, man?
I said very many times that if I would have been able to play Starfield in my living room, it might have stood a stronger chance at...
Just plug your... What is it with fanboys and not understanding you can plug your PC into your TV? You could have bought it on Steam, plug your PC into your TV. If you have a good TV, you could it probably supports above 60 hertz. You could do that. Open it up Steam big picture mode and just launch it. That's right, Power Boss. You're right. He got a Series X Starfield Special Edition for Starfield. That's right. So if you weren't focused on a 30 FPS, because maybe you didn't want to play it at 30 FPS, right? So he could have done that. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, how do these function? How the fuck do these people function? Like, the reason why I don't plug my PC into my TV is because, one, I have a 144 hertz monitor. I'm not going to plug that into a 60 hertz TV, right? And two, when I'm playing PC, I'd rather play mouse and keyboard, so I'd rather be at my desk. But sometimes, hey, I'll think about it. I want to play, let's say, fucking, I don't know, New Vegas, right? With a controller on my TV. All I got to do is just unplug it, turn around behind me, and plug it in. Like, come on. Or, as Light Shadow brought up, You have a Series X, why don't you just load it up on there, you fucking moron? Why didn't you just load it up on your fucking Series X, you goddamn clown? What, that was too hard for you? Jesus Christ.
Me actually chiseling away at certain aspects of it, but I would have to come into my office to play it.
Then move. Then either move your PC out of your office when you want to play Starfield, or just sit down, shut up, and play the fucking game and stop being a little bitch. You're just making excuses. You're just making excuses for why you want to stop playing it. But let's be honest, all you really have to say is I wasn't liking the game as much, and that feeling compounded after Phantom Liberty, so I just didn't want to play it. That's fine. You don't want to play the game, you don't want to play the game. It's as simple as that. I got, hold on. Where is it? The fuck is the game? What was it? God damn it. Where is it? Where is it? Right, I got Diablo 4, right? I wasn't enjoying it. I just stopped playing it because I wasn't enjoying it. I didn't make excuses of, oh, well, I don't want to play it on my PC, even though I have it on my PS5, because I do. I have it on both places. And I don't want to load all that up. No, I just didn't. I just stopped playing it. That's fine. You can do that. But you have to make justifications for your shit, because you can't just simply say, it wasn't vibing with me. And like I said, I don't think Starfield is very good. So I can completely understand why someone would drop it, especially when you're comparing it to Fallout 4 or Skyrim before it. I can completely understand it, but you can't even be honest about that. You have to make excuses of, maybe it would have stood a chance if I played on my TV. No, it wouldn't have. That wouldn't have made a goddamn difference. Because I'm willing to bet you have your monitor that you have, or your setup is better than your living room setup. You probably played it in the best environment you possibly could compared to what I did. And you still couldn't play it.
This whole chat talks mad crap about Starfield. I feel like you're summarizing the behavior of the entire chat, which is something you can't do, and I've actually never seen that. I've regularly had people in here that...
I don't believe you for a fucking second. I don't believe you for a fucking second. I don't believe you. Let's be honest, guys. What is his average view count? Like, hold on. I think I have it there. Like, I'm going to assume that's like 600, right? That's over 600 people. When there's that many active people in a chat, the chat starts flying. You're not going to catch everything. There's probably going to be a lot of shit that you as the streamer are not going to notice. We have 46 people in here. My chat is fairly slow. Even then, I'm still missing some people's shit. So I'm probably missing the overall tone on a lot of things. So I am sure that you are as well. So you can't honestly make that judgment call compared to a viewer who's viewing you passive, who can listen to you while actively monitoring the chat. This is ridiculous.
Say they enjoy Starfield, they've played a lot, they thought it was rather good. There are people that feel like, well, it was disappointing, but I still had a good time, with it. I don't think what you're doing is fair to the chat. I think there's plenty of people that have enjoyed it. I think there are people who have been really harsh about it and have hated on it.
Yeah, and those people are probably in your chat. I've had people in my chat in the past talk about how Starfield is trash. That's fine. Same thing for Final Fantasy when I was streaming Final Fantasy. That's fine. But let's not pretend they didn't exist, my guy.
But that doesn't mean that everybody's only hated on it. Also,
yeah, it's... Guys never heard of a generalization before. It was a generalization of the overall vibe of the chat. And let's be honest, sometimes, yeah, generalizations aren't fair, but sometimes they're apt. Like if I were to say in my Hold on, let's take a look. Let's pick a random video here, right? In my Cirque du Soleil 1, right? I say pretty much everyone agreed that the PlayStation fanboys were pathetic about Spider-Man 2, right? Even though there were comments there that weren't like that were actually saying, no, it deserved to go over Baldur's Gate 3, the generalization isn't inaccurate because that was still the majority of the comments. That's what a generalization is. It takes the majority, and that's the consensus.
I was really harsh with Cyberpunk. I couldn't get into Cyberpunk. And then what did they do? They fixed a bunch of problems. They had a 2.0 moment. They had Phantom Liberty. I have a video on this channel saying that Starfield can learn from Cyberpunk.
Yeah, but Starfield hasn't gotten there yet. They're getting there. This recent beta update that's going to be live on the 15th, a lot better. Game runs better. It's doing stuff that I like. But
can have a 2.0 moment. I've literally...
Here's the problem, Reforge. I don't believe that if Starfield ever gets that, like let's say with Shattered Space, right? Let's say Shattered Space comes out, it is what Starfield should have been. It's everything. It fixes almost everyone's major problems. I don't believe for a fucking second you're going to say I was wrong. I don't believe that for a fucking second. And who knows? Maybe you will, right? I'm not going to say with 100% certainty. But I've seen your behavior when it comes to PlayStation games versus Xbox games. I've seen your behavior in the past. I don't see it happening. I really don't. I really don't. You just can't admit when you're wrong. Said it was wrong once, now it was Suicide Squad. The fact that he thought Suicide Squad was going to be good to begin with. Reforge loved No Man's Sky. Even most people hated it. Now is good. He doesn't play it anymore. Okay, that was a little mumble, but I think I'm just saying, yeah. I'm assuming you're saying he loved No Man's Sky at launch, even though people hated it. I'm one of those people. I hated it at launch, and that was one of my favorite fucking like space games. It's incredible. It also took No Man's Sky 10 years to be what it is now. Yeah, and to be fair, No Man's Sky was also made by a small studio, and all the updates were free. Starfield is a much bigger studio that really had no excuse for it to be in the state that it was in at launch.
Really been cheering for the game to do that. If you don't hold a game to higher standards when it falls below expectations, then that's your choice as a gamer, but you sound like a sucker to me. You don't sound like somebody with standards.
You're in no position, Reforge. Hold on. I'm going to put Meatball Parade on. Hold on. You are in no position to critique other people's taste after the months of capping for Suicide Squad. Stones in glass houses, motherfucker. No fucking position. No shot. You want to talk standards, my guy? You really want to go down that road? The dumbass really just say that? Yeah.
Everybody held No Man's Sky to the standards that they felt like it should have hit, and look how...
What are you talking about? No, hold on. I must have misheard that. I'm playing that back. Hold on a second. I must have misheard that.
Sucker to me. You don't sound like somebody with standards. Everybody held No Man's Sky to the standards that they felt like it should have hit, and look how great that game is. Everybody...
Okay. I thought he said no one held it to the standard. Okay. But even then, think about how long it took for No Man's Sky to reach the state it hit. Reforge.
Everybody held Cyberpunk...
You're holding... The way you phrased that was as if, hey, that game is great, but everyone held to the standard as if it was always great at launch. That was not the point. It took almost 10 years.
To standards that they felt like it should have lined up to, and look what it did. It spent years improving itself, and then they had this big turnaround moment. Why would you not cheer for a game to be better? If Starfield is so amazing and has no flaws, then why did Bethesda commit to fixing it?
But that's not what the guy said. The guy said that, like, your chat and you overly hated on Starfield. Because here's the thing, like I said, I don't think Starfield is very good. But I do think there are aspects to it that people can enjoy. I think I understand what people like, especially that don't play a lot of space games like I do. Because I played No Man's Sky, I played Elite Dangerous, I played X4. So I'm used to the space genre. So I was disappointed by what I played. But there are aspects of it, just like Fallout 4. That was another disappointing game for me, but I can see what people like about it. But at the same time, yes, there are improvements to be made. But you can't even say any of the improvements happened. You can't admit that, hey, maybe Starfield's in a better state now. And this is after you sucked off Suicide Squad. And once again, what the fuck are you doing? Critiquing anyone's standards when every single person with a brain could see from a mile away that Suicide Squad is going to be a piece of shit. And by the way, chat, you want to hear a story? You want to know why I can talk about Suicide Squad's quality in totality? All right. I'm going to put my cousin on blast. My cousin, I'm not going to name him, not going to dox him, obviously, but my cousin. Actually, hold on. Let me put some music on for this, because this is going to be a little bit of a, hold on, where is, that is not playing. All right, cool. Where is it? Where's the other one? Where is Life is Beautiful? Where is it? I need to fucking adjust this. There we go. Okay. My cousin is a big DC nerd. To the point where anything DC, he'll consume and he'll enjoy. Right? He loved all the Snyder movies, all that shit. He loved Birds of Prey, whatever. So he was super excited for fucking Suicide Squad. And when it came out, he was playing it nonstop. And for months. Not for months, sorry. More for weeks. That's what I should be saying. There's only like a couple. Yeah. For weeks. He was trying to get me, hey, dude, buy Suicide Squad. Come play with me. And this was during the height of Helldivers. I was saying, no, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not doing that. How about you buy Helldivers? I will gift you Helldivers if you want to play with me. He didn't do it. Eventually, I figured, okay, my cousin is kind of stingy when it comes to money. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll give him an ultimatum. I told him, tell you what, you buy me the game, I'll play it with you. Figuring he's not going to do it, because I know he's not going to spend another $70 just to have someone to play with. Come to next week at 2 a.m. I get an alert on my phone. It's a message from my cousin. And there's PSN codes there. This motherfucker sent me $70 in PSN code. So I couldn't send it back. Because if he just Zelled it to me, I would have Zelled it right back, right? Or if he PayPal'd it to me, I would have PayPal'd it right back. But he knew I would do that. So he bought me PSN cards. He said, buy it. So I had to play Suicide Squad. And let me tell you, that game is awful. I played through the story, I unlocked the Jonkler, and I wanted to kill myself. It is not a good game. And it's funny. So, I knew. I just got confirmation for what I've seen, because anyone with a brain could see how bad that game was. And yet, you capped for it, my guy, beforehand. It took what, guys? Like, it was like a month, right? Before Reforge admitted that he was wrong about it, right? So yeah, I unfortunately have a copy of Suicide Squad. I unfortunately played Suicide Squad. Even with friends. Because that's the thing, people always say, maybe with friends it's fun, right? Because there are games like that where, with friends it's fun. Even with friends. Just play Destiny. Play Warframe. What's that game coming up? That's a free-to-play, The First Descendant. Play that. SBI ruined Suicide Squad. I'm going to be honest, even if SBI was involved in it, the mere premise of it being a live service, it doesn't work. The gameplay is literally at odds with the live service aspect. In fact, the live service and looter shooter aspects feels shoved in. It feels like they had a very different type of game. They had a co-op game where each character had very specific weapon types and movesets. And they were just forced to shoehorn looter shooter stuff in. I've never seen a game in which its gameplay conflicts with every other aspect of the game so violently. It is really bizarre.
doing an update every 6 weeks? Why are the patch notes for the game hundreds upon hundreds of fixed issues? Like, you can say that everybody doesn't just hates on the game.
Bro, people like the content of the game, but they can still acknowledge that the game still had a bunch of bug fixes that need to be fixed because, yeah, guess what? It's a Bethesda game. Even though it was the least buggy one I played at launch, it was still buggy as shit compared to other games. But like the first major content update, what was it, guys? City maps. Ship decoration, interior ship decoration. Dialogue camera being able to turn off. Abilities to adjust every aspect of the game. What they were fixing wasn't the core content, at least not for a while, but the core content is pretty much the same as it was at launch. The story is the same. New Game Plus works the same. The factions are the same. The companions are the same. The shipbuilding is relatively the same. That's the stuff that people liked. That's stuff that people like you hated on without actually looking at it. Gara rage quit Suicide Squad on stream. Oh, that poor bastard. He had to stream that shit. Ugh. What's up, Raiden fanboy? Welcome to the stream.
Like, I don't see evidence of that in this chat. I don't. I have plenty of people that push back and say that they've had a good time with it. I've had guests on my podcast who like the game. I don't think that that's an accurate representation at all of the community here. I was one of the people that trashed the game. However, that does not mean they couldn't fix it. Yeah, even if somebody is extremely harsh and very critical, there were people who were very harsh and very critical with Cyberpunk and No Man's Sky.
Yeah. But you're pretending as if your chat is full of sane, reasonable people. Well, let's be honest. Recently with the Helldiver shit, you had a correct take about the Helldivers fiasco, and your chat is all defending that shit. You really think those guys were going to be honest and charitable to an Xbox-related thing? No. And someone who isn't a part of your community, who comes in and sees that, can see that coming from a mile away.
Why would you not want a game to be talked about accurately and then put on a path of redemption?
But that's not what's happening. The people who say, see, here's the thing. There's a difference between constructive criticism and just trashing, right? Saying Starfield is trash, Lamau doesn't do anything for the developers, doesn't do anything for the publishers, doesn't do anything for the gamer. It tells you nothing. But if someone were to say, hey, the narrative is a big step back from the previous games. The companions, once again, are all goody two-shoes with no real options for companion runs if you're being morally gray or even evil. And hey, less factions, the fucking segmentation of the worlds, there are things to criticize. And those are things people who, are honest, talk about. Your chat isn't doing that. I don't believe your chat is doing that.
That would be, I guess, my question. What's the problem with that? Like,
there's no problem if that's what they're doing, but that's not what they're doing, my guy.
Why is there an issue with saying this game fell well below expectations? Like, go look at the...
Because that doesn't say anything. Just saying game fell below expectations, like, well, what are your expectations? For some people, it met or exceeded their expectations. That's too vague to be constructive criticism. Gotham Knights did better than Suicide Squad. I'll tell you something right now. I got Gotham Knights as a part of a Humble Bundle, I think. That's a much better game than Suicide Squad. It's also more respectful to the source material, which is wild. It is insane how much better that game is.
User scores. Like, go look at the user scores. Are those people just trashing and hating on Starfield? No.
Critic. Starfield. I hate using Metacritic. I think it's a worthless metric, but if he's bringing it up, let's look at it. Currently sitting at a 6.9, mix of average. Let's see. Velvet 392. Actually, no. Let me get this on the screen. Hold on. Let me actually get this on the stream. Let's get this on the stream. That'll be funny. I can't. Okay, what the? Move. Okay. Working right. Window capture. That is not the thing I want. Remove. Where's visible? Why is it only capturing Discord? What the fuck is going on? Why are you doing this? It was literally working earlier. Okay, let me do capture. No, that's not going to do anything because that's the display capture. Why aren't you capturing the window that's actively open? Someone played 800 hours on Steam, refunded it saying it was a bad game. Motherfucker played 800 hours. How the fuck do you even get a refund for 800 hours? That can't be right. Well, I'm going to close Discord. That. Open this. Finally, Christ, took your ass long enough. All right. Make sure. Yeah, everything's fine. Okay, is this on screen? I think it's on screen, right? Yeah. All right. In fact, I'm gonna this, shrink it down. Shut up with your fucking cookies. Right. Put it in the middle right there. All right. That way I can still see the chat. All right. All reviews recently added. May 2nd, 2024. A 4 from Velvet3921. I hope they would calmly consider the public's feedback for praising their game. Their own game. Alright, says nothing. Davo Yin Yang, a 10. Perfect Bethesda diamond that will improve over time with mods and updates. Bethesda has not given up on their game. Again, no details. Gigas Pickle. 0. Bad game, full of lies and smoke. Every announce of this game. Fallout copy. Props and low work effort and in-game. Exploration for nothing. See flat desert on every planet. Not worth the money. Nothing. No, not specific. No actual constructive criticism. Just nothing except for flat deserts. That's the only thing I can see here. Ricky, 8911. 10. Game's amazing. Loving it. Spent over 100 hours. So much to do. Crap loads things to do. A 6 from Vern84. Worst Bethesda game I ever played. Absolute garbage. Avoid at all costs. We'll never get another good Bethesda RPG ever again thanks to Microsoft. 6. Hey, look! Look how long this is! This actually might have something interesting. Yahora with a 6. Main story is literally about picking up the same artifacts at the same locations just so you can switch to another multiverse and do the same boring missions with the same boring companions and NPCs over and over. They get 6 out of 10, which is mediocre, because some side stories are worth playing. Bethesda seems to be completely oblivious to what used to make them great. In this case, they forgot that charm their games are, in fact, there was always something interesting to do and see no matter where you went. That element is gone in Starfield. And another example is how Bethesda originally thought it was a good idea to remove all NPCs in Fallout 76 during development. A game where you are literally in a wasteland and NPCs are hard to come by. Forget about Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 seems unlikely to create anything worthwhile. Actual details. Actual fucking details. Gamer for life, 0. Extremely boring as fuck. No effort put into NPCs. They look like PS1 characters. Okay, that's just wrong. The worlds are repetitive and unappealing. Avoid at all costs. It got a 7 from IGN. I honestly don't know how this piece of trash even got that. It's honestly a 0 out of 10. Bethesda have really dropped the ball ever since Microsoft acquired them. They released 2 flops in a row. Nothing specific. Midrill, 7. Are you guys seeing the pattern here? Jedi Knight 65 won. After all the hype, I decided to play Starfield. Boy, I wish I hadn't bothered. Story was boring. Gameplay is boring. NPCs look terrible. Not sure they're using an older game engine, but it was terrible. Lots of glitches. Also, load screens, land leaving the planet. Maybe I've been spoiled by playing No Man's Sky, which is way better than this. The only thing here of note that was actually a criticism. This. But even then, doesn't extrapolate on what was boring about the story. Doesn't extrapolate what was boring about the gameplay. Like, come on. Oh, and look, it's his only negative review. It's his only review on this site. Huh. Isn't that interesting? This is why I hate Metacritic. Juegos Pro, a 2. Most mediocre product I have ever tried. Mediocre. 2. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get back to the video. So, no, Reforge. The reviews, the user critic reviews are actually pretty fucking worthless. Both positive and negative, because neither actually go into detail.
Oh, it didn't do a good job with the people who bought it, not the people who were bought. Whoever said it was flawless. See how that works?
Well, yeah, you're talking about how everyone's saying, oh, you think it's flawless. The guy never said it was flawless.
Was that enjoyable voodoo vibes for me to project onto you that you believe it's flawless as you projected on?
You literally did, though. The guy said, hey, there's a lot of people in the chat who were calling Starfield trash. And you're like, well, what's wrong with saying a product isn't flawless? When that's not what he said. That was never what he said. You claimed he projected on you when, in fact, you projected on him. Projectception.
To me, as well as chat, that everybody hates it and just does nothing but trash it. It's not enjoyable to be falsely summarized, is it? That wasn't an enjoyable experience for you.
So instead of just proving him wrong by bringing up examples, like maybe you could have brought receipts from your previous chat, say, nope, see, there's a good list of people here who are being considerate to the product. No, you instead made up a straw man and decided to kill that straw man in order to prove a point about, oh, it doesn't feel good to be generalized, does it? Like, do you not know what generalizations are for? It is to garner a general vibe of the place. If a majority of people in your chat are saying something about something, if they're being negative about Starfield, that's going to be the general consensus. That's how it works.
Well, then don't do that to other people. Right? If you can't take it, then don't do it yourself.
Irony, thy name is Reforge Gaming.
True SSJ Havoc says, I was trashing Starfield. It deserved it, but I hope the game's update improves it with over 130 hours of experience. Right, that's somebody right there that's like, I want it to improve. I put over 100 hours into it.
But he also admitted he trashed it. He's probably only saying he wants to improve now to prove that guy wrong. That's the problem. These people, your fan base is reactionary. If they said that at the start, cool. But I don't think they did. They probably just said Starfield's trash Lamau and moved on. Because that's how, let's be honest, that's how internet fucking chat works. You're not gonna see diatribes and soliloquies all around in a fucking YouTube stream chat, right? Go watch talk about Starfield in any video. The chat is bashing it the whole time. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
And they're like, yeah, I trashed it. There's a lot to be criticized. Eugene says they lied to our face again.
Fidget, what do you want? Oh. Cat do be screaming though. Come here. Out of the people. No? Quiet. Crowd named Heller. My brother is getting a PC this weekend. I'm going to help him set it up. I can't wait for my turn to get a PC up and running. Nice.
Victor Mayhem says, look at the achievement numbers on Xbox. 50% of the people didn't even start the campaign, and nearly 40% didn't even hit level 5. I'll start a new tune after the update, though, myself. Yeah, right there is evidence that, like, if people are being critical of the game, that's evidenced by the review scores and the player behavior.
No, that's evidence of if these people are leaving a review for a game which they barely hit level 5, how can you possibly expect their review to be an honest one or to even be accurate of the product? All right, have a good day at work, Vanguard. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hold on a second, my cat wants out. Yeah, it's a dishonest review. I'm gonna be honest. I think because Xbox lets you leave reviews on that shit, I honestly think it should probably it should be a Steam thing where show me the hours the person has. I'm not gonna say don't let people review if they haven't put in a certain amount of time, because let's be honest, it could be oh, game's not fucking launching, right? Because that happens on Steam. But just show me the hours. Show me the hours played. I'm not going to take anyone who only has like less than 2 hours in a massive RPG seriously. I know it shows the hours, Steam. I'm saying they should do that on Xbox.
It's not some agenda. It's not just a bunch of ponies.
But it is, though. Like I said, I'm critical of the game. But I'm also an adult to recognize, yeah, no, PlayStation fanboys were screaming about this shit for so fucking long. They were calling the game trash for months after it was revealed to be exclusive. What are your thoughts on Predator Hunting Grounds coming to Xbox later this year? I'm surprised they're even bothering, considering the fucking player base is gone. Like, I mean with like a new version in general. I didn't think the player base was even still around.
It's people that were anticipating the game. I bought the game twice. I bought the collector's edition. I covered it a ton. I was looking forward to it. It was one of my most anticipated games. I put over 110 hours into Fallout 4. Of course I was looking forward to Starfield.
Bought it twice, which means you definitely bought the Xbox version. But you also said the game maybe would have had a better chance with you if you played it on your TV, but you didn't want to, instead of in your studio, and you had the ability to do so, and you didn't. I just want to make sure I got that right. And here's the thing. I'm not one of those people who will say, oh, if you put X amount of hours into the game, then you obviously like it, right? It's like, no, I think that's a stupid thing to say. Because games can change over time, right? Fucking Destiny is one of the biggest examples. Sucked at the start, got really good, played it for a while, then it sucked again, stopped playing. I have over, I think, 2,000 hours in Destiny as a whole. Don't play that game. Like, games can fluctuate. However, I find it strange that you try to make excuses for why you dropped it, saying, "Oh, well, maybe if I played it in my living room, I would have played it more, or it's because of the comparison to Phantom Liberty." And it's like, no, because you had the avenues to play it on your TV. You had the ability to do so. You didn't want to do that because maybe the game was boring to you, and that's fine. But also, if you find a game boring, I don't see yourself putting 100 hours in it. For example, I have a total, I think, of 80 hours in Starfield on the Xbox version. I have 30 hours on the PC version. For Fallout 4, I have over 471 hours on the PS4 version. And even though I have problems with Fallout 4's RPG aspects, it's a good game and I do enjoy it. So I don't really understand what he's going with here.
I don't know the number of hours I put into Skyrim. I guarantee you it's at least in the 50s or 60s.
Like, Okay, so I'm assuming when he's talking about Skyrim, he's talking about OG, like 360 PS3 era, which is fair. It's not, again, I don't know how many hours I put into Skyrim on that system, right? On PS3 back in high school. But I guarantee you it was at least 100.
Maybe more. I'd have to boot it up on my Xbox to see.
Okay, there it is.
Kale with the Member Plus, welcome back.
I think that's it. We have a minute left. So, all right. That was Jimmy Neutron. Dude, that guy is such an anomaly because he's the perfect example of a stupid person who knows how to sound intelligent. He has good audio, he has good presentation, and he knows how to enunciate and articulate himself and his points to make himself seem smarter than he really is. Problem is for people like us who pay attention, notice how often he contradicts himself, how often he makes excuses that don't hold up any water. Oh, Black Cobra for the 5. Wait, off topic. Nintendo deleted 20 years of Nintendo content from Gmod. Is that true? What the fuck is the point of that? Jesus Christ, Nintendo. Yeah. No, it's real. Yeah, they set a cease and desist for all that stuff, and Valve's really telling people, hey, you're gonna need to take this shit down. After 20 fucking years. Didn't give a damn about it till recently. Do we get to watch his supposed W over Helldivers 2? Nah. I got 2 videos left, and we probably only have time for one of them. So, because it's 7:55. So let's go with good old Dreamcast guy.
This to
Oh! Dreamcast guy with the Xbox is dead video. Also, hold on a second. Where's my boy? Where's my friend? Where'd he go? I miss. Like it's been forever since you've been gone. Actually, guys, give me a. Let me just put this right here. That's better. See the mole rat's back. Guys, give me 5 minutes. I really have to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Okay. Yep. The old Xbox is dead. They've been dead for 10 fucking years now. Jesus goddamn Christ, it's getting so. Oh! Hella, did DCG get plastic surgery? He looks a lot better now for some reason. I know, right? He's doing good. He's looking really good. I'm proud of him. He's doing good.
This today is officially the end of the console wars as we currently talk about them. The concept of Xbox versus PlayStation.
God, the fucking controller. Ever since Alex pointed it out, I can't unsee it. Isn't this like the 5th time or 6th time we said this? Let's check. Hold on. Dreamcast guy, Xbox is dead. Oh, I'm searching under my videos. Whoops. Oh, I'm fucking exhausted. Dreamcast guy, Xbox is dead. The most recent one, yep, 2 months ago, Phil Spencer confirms Xbox is dead. 1 month ago, Xbox is in deep trouble. 2 months ago, new leak says Xbox Game Pass is dead. 8 months ago, Xbox is giving up on Xbox. 7 months ago, Xbox will die if Game Pass doesn't grow. Like 6 videos. What is it, Gidget? What is it? 7 fucking videos, man. Jesus Christ.
PlayStation is now just completely done because Xbox has just given up. A new leak that came out today says that Microsoft is no longer interested in exclusives. Every game from Forza to Halo to Gears of War to Hellblade and even huge stuff like Starfield, literally every single game that Microsoft is making or
Jesus Christ, get to the fucking point already.
is currently making, they're going to be putting onto PlayStation because that's where the profit's at.
So there's one problem with that, MBG. Jez Corden said he believes that. He didn't say, he had no proof. He didn't say that there was any information that details that. He just said, in his opinion, he thinks that's what's happening. And you idiots who were more focused on getting that algorithm money, but instead of, actually looking at it, didn't realize, oh, wait, there's no actual validity to this at all. There's no leaks that detail this. There's no information, no insider knowledge. No, it's just one Xbox guy saying, yeah, I think this is possible in the future. That is it. And here you are making an 11-minute video on this when it was just an opinion, and yet you're taking the leak as fact. Dreamcast guy, there's something you might be interested to know. People can have opinions. So already, 42 seconds in, we're off to a great start. We're off to a great start.
PlayStation sells
Ghost Hunter 4755 for the $7.99 Australian, I think that is. Ponies really think when Phil said 4 games, they think all of them. I wish it was that. No, they are literally taking an opinion piece as a leak. It's literally, as Kev said, it's literally not even a leak. It's not even a leak. They're taking it as fact. Like, what the fuck, guys? Come on. Here's the thing. I've done videos on leaks before, right? I've done videos on not leaks, sorry. I've done videos on rumors before. And every single time I've said in the video title, rumors. Let me see. What was the last one that happened? Sorry, another thing. From terminate, salty livid. It was, where is it? God, Jesus Christ. I made a lot more videos than I think. Oh, there it is. PlayStation fanboys break down over Ratchet & Clank ripped apart PC rumors. There you go. That's all you have to put, man. But if I go to the full video title, it says Xbox is dead. All games coming to PS5, Halo, Gears, Forza, everything. No mention of the rumor, no mention of the possibility not being what it is, anything of that. Hello, when's your VTuber career starting? Oh?
consoles, and more importantly,
Hey,
PlayStation
welcome to the
gamers
stream.
buy games. The Xbox ecosystem is just not profitable. But let's take a look at the leak and some of the anger around it, because a lot of Xbox people are kind of pissed, and I think I understand why. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Dreamcast Guy, and I
Put this at the end. I'm going to be honest, too. anyone who is surprised at this even being a possibility, because that's, once again, this is an opinion piece. This is a fucking opinion piece. So there's no leak, there's no rumor, there's nothing. It's just some guy saying what he thinks is happening. And the reason why he said that is because, hey, they're starting to put games like Sea of Thieves, Grounded, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, all first-party exclusives onto PlayStation, which means there's a possibility, hey, there are other games like Hellblade, Starfield, Forza, Halo, now have a higher possibility to be coming to PlayStation, which is a fair opinion to have. But also, like, yeah, not profitable. If it wasn't profitable, Game Pass would have been dead years ago. No, they are a profitable company. Maybe not as much as they would like to be. Maybe not as much compared to what the shareholders want. But in other avenues, no, they are profitable. They wouldn't still be operating if they weren't.
Hope you're having a great day. If you could, give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already.
No, not doing that. Do it later. Say that at the end of a fucking video. Why is this so goddamn hard for you troglodytes? Hold on. See, the mole rat needs to get... There we go. Oh, that's better. Okay. Whew. Do I need to draw you a crab-themed anime girl, Heller? Oh, no. Oh, no.
So, before anything else, look at this. I found a little kitty cat on my porch yesterday, and I managed to...
That is an adorable cat. That cat's fucking adorable. I want to pet it. But what relevance does this have to the video? What relevance does this have, man? Can you do an impression of Dreamcast guy? What, like, oh, or you mean like a phrase like the Xbox console dead, like something like that? Oh, did you see Phase Connect Crab Girl? I did.
Snag him and bring him in and get him all cleaned up. Look at this. I got to figure out a name for him. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Video game time. So here.
Yeah, you could just cut that part out. You could just cut that part out. That cat's adorable. That cat is fucking adorable. I hope you give him a good home, but that didn't need to be in the video, man. That did not need to be in the video. That was literally just 15 seconds of wasted time to further pad the video out.
Here it is. Xbox insider Jez Corden, who we've reported on quite a bit on this channel.
Yeah, how about you click on the actual on the actual thing and you'll see that no, there's no fucking proof. It's just a fucking... I'd rather watch the cat. You know what? You're right. Right. I also would rather watch the cat.
Hints that every major Xbox game, including Halo and Forza, are making their way to PlayStation. Now,
No. See, you couldn't even read the title correctly. Xbox insider Jez Corden hints at major Xbox titles, including Halo and Forza, potentially making their way to PlayStation consoles. Say that. Let's say that again. Potentially. Potentially. Hold on a second. Hey, Google. What is the definition of potentially? Oh, this will pick up. With capacity to develop or happen in the future. Dreamcast guy. That's a very specific word and a very interesting word for you to leave out, buddy. What's going on? Everyone running with this also forgets it wasn't Jez who said this. He was having a conversation and someone else posted Jez's private thoughts for him. Isn't that interesting? Ah. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? What skin color, hair color, and eye color you guys think I should do? Oh no, Ponky, you're not doing what I think you're doing, are you?
it's interesting. I read his statement. He talked about it pretty extensively, and he said, hey, I think it's time for us to bring games to other consoles. And in fact, Phil Spencer, when they initially brought over these,
Yeah, that's Jez Corden's private thoughts. That's not a confirmation of anything, my guy. Oh my. Fourth thou? I am.
first batch of Xbox games. Currently, 4 Xbox exclusives have come to PlayStation. That was high.
Let's actually read the full fucking quote from the private thoughts that he said. I don't. Wait. Is this even. Is this part even Jez Corden's thoughts? I don't think we as an industry should as an industry ever roll out a game going to any other platform. We're focused on these 4 games. Yeah, no, this is what Phil Spencer said.
Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, Grounded, and Sea of Thieves. And he said, okay, I'm not going to rule out the fact that eventually more games can come to the platform. And what's crazy is that as soon as they brought these games over to PlayStation, they started selling. I screenshotted this just now. I literally took the screenshot literally 2 minutes ago. These are the top selling games on the entire PlayStation storefront right now. Now, a lot of this stuff is stuff you would expect, a brand new huge game like Stellar Blade. But what's wild is the fact that think about how many of these are actually technically Xbox games.
I see 2 right now. Call of Duty. That's only by technicality, and I see Sea of Thieves. What? What are we doing here? Even down below, I see Apex Legends, I see Rainbow Six Siege, Helldivers 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, and I think that's Roblox in like the middle there. I think that's fucking Roblox.
Activision Blizzard. This is a Microsoft Studio game, even if it doesn't say that when you boot it up.
Well, yeah, because wait, wasn't Modern Warfare 3 released before the deal was finalized? Right?
Right there. Sea of Thieves. Right there. Fallout. Right there. Like
Fallout's not an Xbox. No. Fallout 4 is not an Xbox game. That game was developed and made back when they were still a third-party studio. No. We're not doing that. Same with Call of Duty. We're not doing that shit. These 2 current games are not Xbox games. Only by technicality they are owned by Xbox, but they were not Xbox games when they were released. We're not doing that. We ain't doing that shit. That shit ain't gonna fly. Fucking hell.
3 of the top 10 games right now are actually Xbox games. And I think, honestly,
Modern Warfare 3 released for the deal went through. That's what I thought. Yeah. So yeah, no, there's only 1 there, my guy.
that Microsoft is starting to realize that if you want raw upfront dollars instead of just subscriptions to Game Pass, PlayStation is the place to go. Well, what's wild is the fact that after this statement got released,
I imagine Blade was stopping in the top 10 after a couple months. Yeah, because usually it's like the big, like, fucking bullshit games, right? Like the FIFAs, the Maddens, and then we got Shouty Erdtree, Final Shape, launching like next month. Like, for a niche, like, action game, like, it's not going to be there for long. It's impressive it's there, but it's not going to be there for long.
now, for some reason, Jez Corden is kind of trying to backtrack on it.
No, he's not trying to backtrack. Everyone just took what he said out of context, you fucking idiot. Like he says here, yes, I believe it will, but they're stating it like it's a fact or report when I was just having a conversation. A conversation between 2 insiders isn't verification of anything, you fucking moron. Oh my. Hmm. This is the J. Jonah Jameson of news reporting. Oh, almost fucked. Hold on a second. We're gonna watch something real quick. I think it pertains to what's happening here. Hold on. Dad, try not to die. Where's Nemo? Enjoy having cancer. Mass murder is cool. Well, there it is. Okay. Get this back on the screen. All right. I think this video is relevant to what the fuck is happening. I think it's not being played through the audio. Hold on. That.
Well, there you are, Parker. Where have you been?
Sorry,
There we
Mr.
go.
Jameson. I swung on over here as soon as I could. I got those pictures of Spider-Man you wanted.
Look, you just came just in time. We're still trying to figure out the headline for today's paper. That's it. Green Goblin and Spider-Man rampage through city.
Well, hold on, Mr. Jameson. I believe Spider-Man was trying to stop the Green Goblin.
Parker, how often do I gotta tell you this stuff? You go to report on speculation. We report on the facts.
Oh, come on, Mr. Jameson. You can't just keep pinning everything bad that happens in this city on Spider-Man.
Listen here, Parker. If you just looked a little bit deeper, you'd realize everything wrong with this world traces back to that wall-crawling menace. Like this, for example. Watch, someone give me a story.
Statistics show that carjacking's at an all-time high.
Spider-Man does nothing to prevent carjacking.
Well, hey, hold on. That's not
Oh,
fair.
Doc Ock broke out of prison.
Spider-Man breaks friends out of
No,
prison.
wait a
The
second.
mayor of New York has been diagnosed with cancer.
Dear God. All right, look, now, you see what I mean? It's just inconceivable.
Spider-Man gave that poor bastard cancer.
That's what they're doing. That is what these journalists are doing. That's basically what they're doing. They're taking something that has no basis in reality in regards to rumors or leaks or anything. It is just a conversation between two guys, and one of them just happens to be an insider. And they're trying to run that as a major story. That's what's happening here. But because, Dreamcast Guy, you're more concerned about chasing the algorithm than you are about actual factual news reporting, you're falling for it because you're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron.
Trying to claim, hey, I
Anyway, subscribe to Solid JJ. He makes really funny fucking videos.
didn't actually say this. It's not, this is a little bit untrue, but his exact tweet.
No. See, once again, you're doing it again. He said literally not true. Not, this is a little bit untrue. No, literally not true. Do words just not mean anything to you?
Is he said, hey, Xbox is bringing every game to PlayStation. And he said, oh, okay, that's just what I personally believe. I'm not stating this as a fact or a report. I'm just having it as a conversation.
Yes.
Later, after he made those initial tweets, he further clarified in a series of Discord messages what he was talking about, and he's again claiming this is out of context.
It is. That's not showing what his response is. This is someone taking what the conversation was and giving bullet points while not actively giving full context. This tells us nothing. Is that fucking... Wait a minute, what website is that? Is that fucking Reset Era? Is that goddamn Reset Era? Is that the source they're using? Leaning back in my chair. I am shook. I am flabbergasted. Is this where we are? Is this where we are? Where someone posts a bullet point of someone else's thoughts with no actual context as to what the specific phrasing, the candor, the tone of which it was used, and that's what we're doing? That we're taking Reset Era? A fucking anonymous post on fucking Reset Era as fact? Are you goddamn kidding me? This is where we are.
Text, but he essentially said that they are trying to do stuff more like Steam, that Microsoft...
Stop taking this out of context. You're doing the exact same thing he's accusing the other guy and WWC Tech for. What the I have not eaten dinner, so I am like extra ornery right now. And this is actually really fucking grating. This is really fucking annoying.
in the future wants to have affordable prices, more sales, more open to developers. It sounds like if this is the direction they're actually going, if this is...
You are such a fucking moron. It blows my goddamn mind. Reset Era is a forum post site. That's all. It's not a good one either. It's bad.
Not just spitball take. It sounds like this is a good direction for Xbox.
You are taking something completely out of context with no actual proof and are reporting it right now as facts, while in your fucking video that you must have watched back to make sure everything was working right, you see Jez Corden saying this is out of context.
I think currently Microsoft has found themselves...
And you don't even acknowledge it. You don't even acknowledge that Jez Corden is telling them this is all out of context. This is a fucking random post by an anonymous user on some fucking message board no one gives a fuck about. Are you serious, Dreamcast guy? What the fuck is wrong with you? What is your actual fucking mental damage? How did you look through this video and think, yeah, this is fine. This doesn't make me look like a fucking moron in any way, shape, or form? Nah, this is fine. I'm just reporting the facts. Jesus goddamn Christ. All right, we still got 7 minutes on this fucking thing.
In a very unfortunate circumstance, which is that they're just not selling Xbox consoles. And I mean that pretty much explicitly, in that if you look at the raw console sales numbers, nobody is purchasing an Xbox, and every quarter those sales go down.
Yes, their hardware sales are going down, but their overall net profit is going up. You guys are treating it as if this is a bad thing, but no, it's not. The company is doing fine. The console sales are no longer really needed. And maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point you're trying to make. But the problem is you're taking unverified information that's an opinion piece and trying to present that as fact, all while ignoring the other relevant data that is easily available.
Every single quarter, it just drops and drops and drops. So it's baffling to consider the fact that they're spending so many...
I'd also like to point out that the minimum hardware decline was 30%. PlayStation was much higher losses, and Xbox and Nintendo's was only 30%. Huh, isn't that interesting? Yeah, Cirque says if Microsoft wants just the console, they will without question. Yeah, but they're not going to do that. You know why? Because they still have an active player base on that place, and they'd rather keep those people in because they're still spending money, and then expanding their avenues of gaining other revenue from other sources. It's the best of both worlds. The people who still want consoles are still going to get them, and they're still going to be satisfied with it. And people who just want the games are going to be able to play those games. Meanwhile, they're getting money from both sources.
Billions of dollars on acquisitions. They spent almost $100 billion buying Activision Blizzard. They spent $40 billion buying Bethesda and stuff like that. As much as it's pumping up their engagement, more people are talking about Xbox. I don't think that's leading to payback. I don't think that's directly leading to more people investing in the ecosystem.
No, but they're getting more money from buying major publishing companies like Blizzard Activision, because those are third-party games that they are now just getting extra income with, and especially when one of those games is one of the biggest franchises on the planet, where even their dog shit games do well. Call of Duty. And everyone constantly forgets about Candy Crush. That is owned by Activision Blizzard. King is a subsidiary of them. Do you have any idea how much money that shit fucking makes? You couldn't even fathom what those numbers look like. So yeah, maybe console sales are declining. But the thing is, that's not their only avenue of income. It's not their only source of revenue. They've been going for this for a long goddamn time. $10K to make Candy Crush, it makes $3 billion a month. As Powerboss says right there, yep.
The most powerful thing about PlayStation is the fact that it has become the default console. I don't think this is a controversial thing to say, but when you talk to people about where they play, where they're buying games, what they're grabbing next, they talk about pre-ordering it on PlayStation. Now, let's be clear, PlayStation definitely doesn't have enough exclusive games that they're making.
Damn, that might be the first fucking honest thing he said all fucking video. And also, yeah, of course, PlayStation is the de facto console right now. Just like Xbox was in the 360 era. It always flip-flops. It always flip-flops. And if PlayStation isn't careful, it's going to flip-flop back to fucking Xbox next gen.
Sony is incredibly dead silent. They have not been definitely talking about what's coming next. Like, what is Naughty Dog up to? What is, I don't know, Sony Santa Monica up to? You know, we have no idea what Sony's actually doing, but they have put themselves in a spot where if people have an Xbox in front of them or a PlayStation in front of them and they can only pick one, it seems like 9 times out of 10, they're going to pick the PlayStation.
Yeah, except the problem with that is the most people who are buying them are not going to buy the exclusives. See, that's the problem. Because their exclusives aren't selling as much as they should be. Think about the player base. There was over 123 or 120, I think, million PS4s at the time when Spider-Man 2 released. Or not Spider-Man 2, sorry. Spider-Man released. Spider-Man sold 26 million. Or 20 million or something like that. That is a small number compared to the vast majority of the player base. That's because most people just play 3 very simple games. They play Madden, they play Forza, they play Call of Duty. They'll maybe play Battlefield. Maybe they'll play Apex Legends. Maybe they'll play Fortnite or Roblox. But these companies aren't getting the money from these people that they need because their exclusives aren't selling as much as they really should be.
So even though Sony themselves isn't pushing it, they're certainly winning anyways. And so Microsoft has to basically chase that cash. I think a lot of people high up at Xbox have realized that the writing is on the wall. If you want to sell games, you gotta go where the gamers are already at. Now, what I found interesting is that in this initial tweet, straight up, people are mad. When I
Just fucking skipping over everything that Jez Corden is trying to do to fucking counter this misinformation. It is so goddamn annoying.
first looked at this is when I first opened it up. A lot of people are straight up saying that they are going to sell their Xbox Series.
No, he said he was right to sell his Xbox. Past tense. He already did. Not he's getting ready to. He already did. And once again, he did it under the guise of something that's not even true. That has no fucking basis.
X. I see a lot of people saying, okay, PlayStation has doubled the sales of Xbox. They want that audience. Some of these comments just range from completely upset to mockery, like this one here. I'm glad I never bought an Xbox. Sony keeps winning. GG. Now, clearly this is like a stupid troll, but what's
Yeah, and you know a lot about stupid trolls.
interesting to me is the fact that if you look at this, a lot of people are straight up saying, man, what the heck is the point of having this console under my TV if the other system has more games, more exclusives?
Why are you saying this as if this is what Kito Jiki is saying when we can see the fucking tweet? They already said it's just 4 games that are going multi-plat and they have no plans for more. I don't expect to see any games that go to PlayStation at the show beyond Call of Duty. Do you even know what tweet you're looking at, man? See, this is why, chat. This is why when you're making a video, you don't have this shit go on in full time. No, you take screen caps of the things that are relevant so you can put them at relevant points in your video in the background for emphasis, for proof, for verification. But you can't do that because apparently you're too fucking lazy because you're more focused on chasing an algorithm than actually doing your goddamn job. Exclusives aren't the reason why people buy consoles. Yeah, most of the time they're buying it just to play these fucking major fucking third-party games.
More features, more of everything, including a bigger player base. Why don't I join the winning team? Now, I have seen a bunch of people talking about 4 games. When Xbox first said that they were releasing these initial test project, these first...
That's the whole reason you brought up that tweet because they had 4 games. Are you fucking... Yeah, PC is winning team. We get all of it.
First 4 games, a lot of Xbox people assumed they said just 4 games. A lot of people, when Phil Spencer first said they're testing the waters with bringing games to PlayStation, they assumed this was it. Games had to be out for 2 years or 5 years or some gigantic period of time before they would have a chance to go to PlayStation. And so a lot of people are...
Yeah, he also said that they would interview by case basis. It wasn't just fucking time between. It was also like size of the game, validity of the game. How much will this game net us if it stayed exclusive versus if we put it on other platforms? There's more factors at play than just how old is the game.
Kind of clinging on that. Okay, hey, if 4 games are going multi-plat, then maybe more stuff is. Like, look at this. They said just 4 games are going multi-plat. They have no plans for more. I don't expect to see any games coming to PlayStation. Yeah, well, you can tell this.
You got fucking read the whole goddamn You fucking troglodyte. It's right there. You highlighted it. Finish the fucking sentence before you go on a fucking tangent about something that has nothing to do with anything. I don't expect to see any games that go to PlayStation at this show. He's saying that because people are saying we're going to see multiple games be announced for PlayStation at this showcase. And he's saying they've already said it was just 4 games and that they have no plans for more. Whether that part's true, I don't know. But I don't expect to see any games that go to PlayStation at this show. What do you think that fucking means, you goddamn moron? You absolute buffoon. Jesus goddamn Christ. I'm getting a headache, Otto. I'm getting a headache listening to this. Jesus, we still got 3 fucking minutes. Oh my
This is a tweet from yesterday, and I'm sure this gentleman is having a bad day today. I've been seeing a ton of stuff like this. Literally hundreds of tweets saying a month ago, people were saying only 4 games are coming to PlayStation. Now they're thinking, okay, how long until there's an Xbox showcase with PlayStation logos all over the games.
Yeah, and there's not. Chat. Help. I think I'm dying. I think I'm dying. Help. Guy's so fucking stupid. Guy's so fucking stupid. Get to the sleep right now. I'll be honest, I don't think Xbox would announce PlayStation games at a fucking Xbox showcase. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing with PlayStation, right? Whenever there's a game that's coming to both platforms at either their showcases, they never showcase the opposite company's logo on their showcase. It's their fucking showcase, right? Like when Persona 3, 4, and 5 were announced to be coming to Xbox, they didn't say it was coming to the Nintendo, even though it was. Because it's their fucking showcase. I'm not gonna put the opposition's fucking logo on it. That's just how it works.
I think this is coming up very, very soon. There's a big Xbox showcase coming up here in just a couple weeks, and I think it's fascinating to consider.
Stop putting shit in the background ahead of your talking point. Don't bring up the screen cap until it's relevant to what you're fucking talking about. This is basic shit. Did you never have to use PowerPoint as a kid when you were in high school? Or did you flunk out of that shit before you got that ability? You do a lead in, then when you get to the topic, you switch the slide to the relevant slide. This is basic shit. I learned this in fucking middle school. And I didn't have a computer in the house.
Consider the fact that this may be a time with an E3 style mega showcase of future Xbox games where they might be talking about PlayStation. I do think there is at least a chance that we're going to see them like show off some big, huge title and it'll say, here's the graphics on PlayStation.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure, buddy.
Because that's where the games actually sell. I think part of the reason I'm just so intrigued by this is
because you're an idiot? Because you didn't do your due diligence? Because you have the fucking mental capacity of a fucking raisin? The skin texture of one, too?
Because it is weird.
Ah! Oh, alright, there we go. Whew. Oh, that was close, chat. Oh, that was really close.
Weird to watch this happen again. Like, I'm about to turn 38 here in just a couple of days. My birthday is next week.
You're almost 40 and doing this? Oh, you have no excuse to be this fucking stupid. Oh, Devastator 2000 has been a member of the Crustacean Nation for 9 months. Thank you for the support, my man. Dude, no. You are way too old to be this fucking stupid. You are way too old to be this fucking stupid, to be this inept at doing basic fact checking. You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be fucking kidding me. You can't tell me that you are 38 and you still don't know how to do basic middle school level fact checking and reporting. How long have you been doing this channel? How long? I just started doing news on my fucking channel. How am I more fucking accurate at it in the last 3 fucking days than you have in the last, what, 10 fucking years? I weep for the future of our species, chat. This is the best we have to offer. Jesus, God help us.
And I watched the rise of the Nintendo console wars, Nintendo and Sega clashing against each other, watching them crush Atari back in the day, then watching Sony and Xbox just bash head to head in the PS2 generation at the original Xbox and having the GameCube there, and then watching Sega go third party in the early 2000s was still just such a strange thing to witness. I loved the Sega Dreamcast. It's still my favorite console ever. But
Yeah, we know. We know.
watching that sunsetting of Sega, watching them pivot to third party, I think we're about to see that happen again.
Except the problem is, back then, there weren't other avenues for the company to make the money without recouping costs. That's the difference. The internet wasn't as big of a thing back then. Streaming shit wasn't available back then. Game Pass wouldn't have even existed back then. The ecosystem of gaming as a whole has completely evolved and transformed since the fucking Dreamcast days, my guy. As that boy Juan says, this is 2024, not 1998. The industry is significantly bigger. The player base is significantly bigger. The ability to play games and to get games to consumers is significantly bigger and different to when it was back then. Sent me a normal one on Twitter, making the chibi one now. Oh no. All right, hold on. Let me. Notifications. What the fuck? I'm not seeing it. Oh, wait, there it is. Holy shit. Very nice. Okay. God, I'm hungry. Let's finish this video and then I'm gonna fucking call it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm so fucking tired. Let me put it up. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Maybe with some AI, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really into that, but hey. You do you. There it is. Okay. Fuck, hungry. Let's finish this video so I can fucking go eat, because I have not eaten dinner at all. We'll get to the fucking Harvey Smith video next week.
I think this is the death of Xbox.
You said that like 7 fucking times, you goddamn buffoon. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. This is the 7th time.
As we currently know it. There's always going to
What was the Harmon vid? It was a Baldur's Gate 3 was not game of the year type thing. Literally that can wait till next week.
be Game Pass. There's always going to be a way to pay a small fee to have access to their catalog, but I think they're going to become like Ubisoft with Ubisoft Plus. It's going to be a side service.
Pass predates Ubisoft Plus, you fucking Neanderthal. Ubisoft literally copied Xbox with Game Pass. Oh my god! How do you not know this? How do you not fucking know this? You know what? No. Nah, this ain't that. Nah, fuck this. I'm done. Fuck this. fuck this. I about had it with this fucking bullshit. This man is a fucking idiot. Oh my god, that might be the worst one. So that might be the worst one yet. That might be the worst one. That might be his worst video yet. That is insane. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Okay, it is... What? It is 8:44, chat. Which I think is fair, because about three and a half hours. That's about what I wanted to do. Especially because it's my first time coming back to Salt Streams after a little bit. My voice is fucking dying. So, plans. Tomorrow, Tales from the Twit Pit on the Helldivers 2 Fiasco and the Salt. I was just gonna do a news video, but then there's so much Salt. I'm like, I have to cover this. A news video on the Starfield update will be Sunday or Monday, depending. And then Monday night, I'll be doing another Hitman stream. Oh, one more thing before I go. Tomorrow, Belgrand's birthday. I'm gonna hang out with him on his stream. Maybe at some point around 2 p.m. PST. I will link it and fucking and retweet it tomorrow. I expect to see you all there. So happy early birthday, my dude. But with all that out of the way, thank you guys for tuning in. It feels good to be back to be doing Salt streams and more consistent streams. Just wish it was more consistent videos. Just wish it was under better circumstances. With that all out of the way, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for tuning in.